You want it? You got it. Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Yo!
What's up? It is a broom closet.
It is. Let's see if we could hear each other.
Can you hear me? Hello? No? Okay, I'm going to go home then.
No, stop. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now just pressing buttons on a Monday morning. It is Monday. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Emil.
Hey, what's up, dude?
Welcome to the show. It's Beef Vegan Presents. We got so much lined up for you today. I got Emil filling in for Mari this morning. Mari will be in tomorrow because Mari called yesterday and said she gave herself the food poisoning.
Feeling a bit poopy. That's what she said in her text.
That was the last thing.
It's like literally, though, I guess, if it's food poisoning.
I guess, yeah. I mean, that was her last text she sent me, yeah. I'm still so poopy. I'm so poopy. They're like, oh, you're so sexy. Oh, Mari with their poopy. Good morning. Yeah, so much stuff to cover today. We have tickets giveaway for Cypress Hill. That's going to be happening around 7 o'clock. I have tickets for the Tucson Sugar Skulls, so we'll play some fun and games with that. Saturday was National Tequila Day. Did you celebrate, Emil?
I celebrate every day. Come on.
All right.
I'm celebrating when I get home off air, so.
Right. Well, I celebrated on Saturday, and it was a rough one. In fact, actually, as I wrote in the show description this morning, I had so many cringeworthy moments over the weekend that I won't be able to tell them all right here, right now. So I will tell you one, and then at 8 o'clock, I have a cringe story involving my daughter's counselor that is pretty embarrassing for myself. In fact, I'm just a giant ass, and I make a giant ass of myself all the time. And when tequila is involved, it just makes it that much easier, So I went out Saturday night to just celebrate an acquaintance's birthday. Went to the Maverick, which is on the east side. It's a country western bar. You been there?
Yeah. Well, I've driven by. I know what you're talking about, though.
But you never been inside?
No. Pretty cool place?
Yeah, man. It's stuck in a time capsule. It's a country bar. I put on the boots and
Did you
a
put
plaid
on boots?
shirt. I mean, I have these kind of like dress boots.
Yeah,
they're not actual cowboy boots.
I want you to wear this next week, okay? I want you to do your cowboy getup.
That is my cowboy. Yeah. Oh, I'll show you a picture. I wear. It's pretty simple. It's like
a Stetson.
No, I don't have a Stetson, dude. I still wear a backwards hat, and that's part of it. But yeah. So I kind of had like boots, and jeans, and plaid shirt, and button up, and everything. And I was country western. I was ready to go.
Yeah.
So we're going out. We're drinking. We're drinking with my sister's or my girlfriend's sister and her friends, brother-in-law, and stuff like that. Go out to dinner. Everything's going good. And then we go to the Maverick, and we're drinking and everything. And some guy comes up to the group, and my girlfriend's very excited to see this guy. Right? She's like, oh, and she's like, grabbing him, like putting her hand on the back of his neck and the head and like everything, and like touching the face and be like, oh my God, I miss you so much. So I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever. My girlfriend and I love each other. I'm secure in this. No big deal.
Oh.
But, it was so awkward looking, apparently, that the people that we went to dinner with around me, they kind of like looked at me and they were trying to defuse the situation. And I'm not even being jealous. I'm just like, I'm wonder what this is all about. So I'm like, okay. And so, I'm a Scorpio, right? If you're into astrology, I'm like jealous by nature. It's something that I'm overcoming with age,
right?
But I have deep-seated insecurities that I battle with all the time. But at this point in time, in the night with the nice little buzz, I'm not concerned. I'm not jealous. I'm just like, okay, whatever. So then I ask my girlfriend, when she stops, like, molesting this guy, so what's the story with this guy? And she just says, don't worry about it.
Oh.
Yeah, and I'm like, wait. And she didn't say it like, don't worry about it. She's like, oh, don't worry about it. And I'm like, that's not the answer I was looking for, but okay. I'm, again, not jealous. Everything's cool. We're cool, right?
Yeah.
So the night goes on. We're still partying and everything, more shots of tequila start flowing. And then so she was on the dance floor with her, friends or girls. And so I was going to go walk up and attempt to poorly two-step, right? I don't know how to two-step, but I will dance with my girl.
Sounds like it's easy enough. 2 steps, and you're good.
Yeah. So I make a beeline for the dance floor, and I'm like 6 feet away from my girlfriend, about to go up to her to ask her to dance. And this guy like swoops in and grabs her up and starts dancing with her. And immediately I'm like, I started getting a flood of like memories from junior high dances, right? I'm like, oh, this again, right? I know those. So beat me to it. And it's my girl. And I'm like, okay, be cool. Yeah, it's fine. And then my girlfriend's sister saw this. And so to diffuse it, she must have saw it on my face or something. She attempted to dance with me, right? So I'm like, okay, we're still having a good time. So we're attempting to 2-step, but I'm still distracted, trying to see what the hell's going on with my girlfriend and this guy who she told me not to worry about. So all of a sudden dancing with her on the dance floor.
Yeah, it's getting
dancing well. And so I'm like spinning her sister. And every time I'm like spinning her, I'm like looking around her head, like looking at my girlfriend, like
what's going on?
Yeah, what's over there? Or spin again. I was spinning her, but she got dizzy just because I'm just trying to like move her out of the way so I could almost like spy on my girlfriend. And I felt like a creep in that scenario for sure. But again, I'm talking to myself. I'm like, hey, it's cool. All right, nothing to worry about. So then after the whole dancing and everything goes, she comes up to me. She misplaces her purse. And so she comes up. She's like, do you got my purse? And I'm like, no, I don't have your purse. And then she kind of gets mad at me. And that triggered me. The tequila caught up. The insecurity, the jealousy caught up. And then boom.
Did you let the fire go to your head right there? And did you just...
A little bit. So now here's the deal. We ended up going from that place to the Golden Nugget. I go to the Golden Nugget, the guy that snuck a dance with my girl, who, I'm not supposed to worry about and everything.
Is he following?
No, he went. Okay. He's part of the group now. He bought me and her a drink, and I'm like, I've been in this position before. I've been on the other side. Yeah. Mr. Nice Guy. Yeah, I see you. Yeah, I've seen right through that.
See, here's the thing. You were at a country western bar. I feel like the proper thing to do was to start. I mean, aren't you supposed to like start a bar fight of some sort?
Yeah, but
stand up for your lady.
I'm not. Well, I didn't need to stand up for my lady, and I didn't have to. I mean, if I would have got more information, I think it would have been fine. But the fact of the matter is, with all that tequila, I didn't necessarily know how to handle this situation emotionally. So things are heated. I'm kind of upset with my girlfriend, but I'm not like yelling. I'm not one of these like crazies, abusive or any of that. I'm upset with her, right? And you could tell, so she gets upset. And then we basically sneak outside the Golden Nugget and, have like
a little quarrel.
Yeah, a little argument. And she's crying a little bit. And then we had to sneak out and we had to get the Uber home, right? Yeah. But with that, people noticed, right? And our friends. And I'm like, are we that couple?
Well, they've been watching you all night, man.
Kind of.
Yeah. I mean, the sister already knows. She knows that you're probably like a little PO'd because this freaking Chad's coming up and dancing with your girl and stuff. So
and I'm sure he's a nice guy. And again, I was like, I'm secure in our relationship. I know that we love each other, and I don't think she's cheating on me. But she could have gave me a better backstory than don't worry about it.
Well, now you get one of those for free, so you have it in your little future playbook for when you go out and you see like an old girlfriend or something, or old friend. You can get a little touchy feely with her. And just be like, hey,
no, that's terrible advice.
Don't worry about it.
No,
that's going home with her, but don't worry.
No, that's terrible advice. See, you're just trying to break me up now.
I'm not though.
That's yeah. So no, now my big concern is from this little fallout. This is like, are we going to have the reputation as the couple that is the drama couple? I don't want to be that couple to where it's like, ooh, we can't invite them out because once they start drinking, they'll start fighting and then they'll start effing.
Don't do it again. And then,
good luck with that.
Well, see, you have to just kind of play it by, hey, let's invite everybody out again. Let's show them that we're not this kind of couple. But I don't know, maybe you guys will be that couple. Hopefully you won't. I mean, just go out again with everybody. If this happens again, you understand what you did wrong the first time. Just don't do it again. Just keep doing that and keep doing that, and you won't be.
I think it's too early for advice, Emil, but I do appreciate the effort.
I'm still trying to wake up.
Yeah. So it was one of those awkward nights, but we did not come to fisticuffs, and my girlfriend did come home with me, and we lived together, so she didn't really have a choice. But at the end of the day, everything is fine. We kissed and made up, but it was still one of these cringeworthy. In the mornings, you look back and like,
it is though. You see couples fighting, and
nobody likes to see that.
No, not at all. No.
All right, 600 KFMA. That's the number to get at us. Let's do a little roll call. Get ready for a jam-packed show. We're also streaming visually on the Facebook, on the YouTube, and on the Twitch, so you can join us wherever. We're everywhere. So be with us somewhere and keep it here on Rock 102.1. We'll be right back after this. It's Beef Vegan Presents. Good morning, everybody. Roll call. I'm like, oh, advice. Oh, no, I can't do any of that. You're like, next time you go out, then you go ahead and finger bang a chick because you got the pass. No.
Not trying to break you up. I'm just trying to give you some good advice. I gave you both bad and good advice, and you didn't take either.
Well, yeah, I'm in the middle. I didn't take either. Don't get upset because I didn't take the bad advice or the good advice. All right, let me get some music here and pop quiz it. Let's roll call here. Thanks, Barkley. Going through our comments here this morning. Nick, I'm ready to see some dad jokes whenever you are. Rick, good morning, brother. Kimberly, good morning. Good morning, Mike. Eva, good morning. Yeah, I mean, it took me a full day to recover, all day yesterday.
Golden Nugget's fun, man. I haven't been there forever.
They remodeled it.
Really?
Yeah, it's super nice. Yeah. It actually kind of looks like a sports bar now, to be honest with you, but it has new floors, new walls.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a nice dive. I don't know. We were only there for one drink, and the rest of our party closed it down, which good for them. But we got back by 1. So, normally I'm the type of guy when I go out and party, I like to close things down as well. But, maybe we're getting old or the sleep schedule's been so early for so long
like
that
63 though. So it's,
Yeah, I feel like 63. I felt like 63 on.
Damn, you stay up till 1 though to the bars. That's still pretty good.
I guess.
I'm feeling it nowadays too, man. I get out. I guess it depends.
Yeah.
Where I go to.
Yeah, it wasn't that great.
That was the country bar though. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, it was cool. There's some weird things to see at a country bar. Like, yeah. I mean, it's funny because I met this kid, this 24-year-old, former Army guy. And I befriend him on the patio. This is what I do. I make friends when I'm out. And we're chatting and everything. And he gets jealous about his side piece talking to another guy. And I'm like talking to him, like giving him advice. Be like, hey, man, guys in their early 20s, we're just crazy about that shit, right? So like I'm trying to talk him through it and how not to be like jealous or crazy. Meanwhile, I start getting jealous and crazy.
He's like watching you. He's like, man,
this guy's full of shit. He says it goes away, and it obviously doesn't because he's like 50. He didn't think I was 40 though. He was just like, oh, I thought that was young. I was like, yeah, the hat still works. But yeah, so that happened, and then just like all bars in Tucson, what's really cool and weird is that it's always a mix of ages. Like the demographics, you never, unless you go to like a hi-fi or something, you're never just going to see young people. You see people like all the way up to senior citizens hanging out to like, 11, 12 o'clock at night and everything in between. So at the Maverick, there were some old timers there, some old cowboys who like were literally around during the Wild West. And I saw this one older cowboy guy. He's sitting at the bar kind of, and he has a face mask around his chin. Right now, I understand getting the face mask if you're going to be around the many people and you might be high risk or whatever the case. But if you're just going to be walking around with it on your chin, what's the point of that? I don't see. And the place is packed. Right. So it's like you're breathing in regardless.
Maybe he just had it on earlier and he just is like, well, I'm feeling a little bit safe. I'm feeling a little risky tonight. I've been drinking some whiskeys.
Yes.
Lots of whiskeys. A little bit. Just going to straddle my chin a sec.
Maybe. Good morning, Melissa. Glad that you're back on the YouTubes. All right, let's do a pop quiz. Oh, wait. Real quick, let's do a dad joke. Nick says, why are elevator jokes so good? You have a guess at that?
No, it's too early for any kind of a joke.
It's because they work on so many levels.
That's a good one.
Nick with the dad jokes. Good job, Nick. Thank you, Melissa. We're just getting started too. As the show continues to find its footing, figure it out. All right, let's do a pop quiz. Pop quiz, and then we got to hit the reset. I'll ask a couple questions. First question: what is the average size of a gorilla's butt? Probably gonna need to Google this, but see, Emil goes straight to his phone.
No, I actually have pictures of
a gorilla's butt.
Yeah, I went to the San Diego Zoo last week, and all they did was moon everybody too.
Oh yeah, you were San Diego in the San Diego Zoo. What else did you do in San Diego?
They were literally mooning everybody.
Incorrect, Nick. That's funny. These gorillas in the zoo, they're just fed up, huh?
Yeah, they're just like, I'm not going to show you anything. You can look at my ass.
That's great. That is fantastic. 56 is incorrect. So Nick went too low, Mike went too high. What is the average size of a gorilla's butt? In today's pop quiz question, see how awake and alert you are on this Monday morning. All right, I see that joke, Rick. I'm not sharing it on the stream, but I see it. Oh, yeah. Because I'm being nice, trying to keep my job, keep my mouth shut.
I could say something, right?
No. Yeah, I mean, you're less protected, to be honest with you. It's like, I got to protect you. I just want to keep you around. So there's things. I was like, don't worry. I got him. Don't worry. He's my wild card. Emil's my wild card.
Wild card.
Melissa P says 36 inches. Incorrect. Eva says 44. Incorrect as well. All right, I'm going to give you the answer. 19 inches.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the average size of a gorilla's butt. You're trying to measure it with your hands. You're like, huh? It's like my wife's butt, huh? Yeah. It's like, I grab it.
A gorilla butt?
I mean, that's probably not a bad thing. Yeah, I mean, you got a beautiful wife. So when I say your wife has a gorilla butt, it's probably not meant as an insult. You know what I mean? I'm like, ooh, good for you. Yeah.
Kind of gray.
I mean, I see how that gorilla in that picture was bending over and stuff.
Know,
that was
right?
very inviting.
They were doing that the entire time, too. And I saw some people out there that looked pretty good.
They're excited about that.
Yeah, they were.
Right.
They were there for that reason.
Exactly. All right, here's another. Again, you might have to Google it. What odd job did the father of William Shakespeare often perform? What odd job did the father of William Shakespeare often perform? Pop quiz. Yeah. Good morning, Linda. What up? Odele. From all the chunky cholos. Yeah. Say golfer or gaffer? No.
Golfer.
Nah, I read that wrong. I don't know if they'll be able to get this. You're going to have to Google it. What odd job did William Shakespeare's dad often perform? He wrote about it. I'm assuming, because that's what he does.
Look into, did he even write his own stuff? There's a lot of controversy behind it.
I think he did. You think he had a ghostwriter?
No, there's actually talk about another man. Can't remember his name. He has like a 3-piece name writing all this stuff. Now, William Shakespeare is not even really much of a person. Kind of thing.
Not fellatio, Mike. All right. Since you guys are doing terrible at guessing that, it was drinking beer. He'd often get paid to drink beer. Not a bad job. I've had that job before. I'm gonna be honest.
Paid to drink beer?
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, being a DJ, you get paid to get drunk and be the party, you know. So plenty of times I made more money drinking than I have sober. I mean, it's a very lucrative gig.
Well, I mean, doing like different things for like concerts.
Yeah, and you kind of paid to drink. Well, I don't know. I mean, station policy is like you're not supposed to necessarily drink, I think.
But then you see all the higher ups drinking. You're like,
all right, Nick has another dad joke real quick. How do moths swim? You got 13 seconds to figure that one out. Now remember, it's a joke.
Something to do with light.
Yeah.
I give up already.
Right. Rock on 2.1 KFMA. That was Bring Me the Horizon. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. And we got a fetish for everything. Do you know this? You ever heard this expression? There's a fetish for anything. So if there's something that you might consider gross or weird, there's somebody out there that likes it.
Totally.
Yeah.
Rule
Yeah.
34 on the internet, man.
Yeah, Rule 34 on the internet. The fetish for anything rule. Well, you know, there's a new fetish here that's making headlines. And it has to do with librarians. Now, normally, I know what you're thinking. Okay, librarians, yeah, that's a fetish. That's pretty common.
Yeah.
The sexy librarian all day long.
Totally.
But it's different. This is weird. There's a librarian in Connecticut who was dealing with a harasser of sorts. Some guy has been calling libraries all over the country and then asking librarians to read him boring legal jargon while he pleasures himself. Yeah. So they just like, yeah, section 5029.
Subsection 4.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Read me about that law. Oh, yeah. A librarian in Connecticut talked about it on a Facebook group, and then other librarians across the country said it's happened to them too. This guy is a serial creeper who's like literally just going through the phone book or just Google and calling up libraries, whichever ones that are still around, and like asking them all the same thing. He's a whore.
Can't they star 6ix9ine this guy, or kind of like,
right?
see where they're going? Where's this guy calling?
He's calling from a block number.
Yeah, I guess.
You know,
you can always find out.
and he specifically wants them to read stuff about Brady versus Maryland, which is a 1963 Supreme Court case that said prosecutors have to share evidence if it could exonerate a defendant. Like I said, a fetish for everything.
Yeah, that's specific.
The fact that it's like to a T, this guy has to be the only person on the planet that has a fetish for this, especially involving this particular case. I mean, other legal jargon, I understand. Right. You know, read me Roe versus Wade and things like that. And it's a good little, bedtime story.
Right.
But
maybe he went through the court system and he's just trying to relive this piece of weird history of his, and he's getting off a little bit. He was getting off in the courtroom when it happened. Now he wants to relive that.
He was like in the jury.
Yeah. Or he was being prosecuted. He's like, yeah, man, that was so good. Oh.
Other librarians in the group said they had similar calls from guys asking to read random stuff, like listing the titles of John Grissom books. I need to look up John Grissom books right now and see if there's any sexy ones on there. Oops.
Which ones aren't, though, you know?
Yeah. Rock 1 2.1. Who's this?
Hi, this is Charles.
Charles, what's up, dude?
Just wanted to say, is the party of the first part.
I have no idea what you're saying, Charles, but it sounds good.
Thank you, man.
All right, thanks. Take it easy. All right, we got more coming up next. The 7 phrases with extra words that we use to sound smart. Are you victim of this? We'll find out on Beef Vegan Presents. Clear. By the way, that's your segment.
What? Oh, this next one?
If you want it.
Sure.
So I'm looking through my script. All right, so what do you say? How do moths swim? Using the butterfly stroke. Wah, wah. I don't know about that one, bud, but still good. All right, I got to hit the reset because I'm going to share the stream on different social media, get it around. You guys can do the same. You want to spread the love, share this stream, or just like or react on the video. That helps the reach as we try to build this up, and we'll get ready for, the phrases. And my cringe is going to be at 8 o'clock. I'm going to tell a story about how I deeply offended my daughter's counselor, which was not a good look.
So it's just a whole weekend.
A whole weekend. Yeah. And then another one. Here's a bonus cringe. One of the guys that I work with, I still don't know his name. I went out to the Roadrunners NHL draft party that they did at the TCC, and we had a live broadcast out there with our sister station ESPN. So Justin Spears and Ali were out there broadcasting, and Mucho was out there, and then a couple, of the promo kids. And one of the promo kids, I kept calling him Andrew, right? And Andrew, it wasn't Andrew. Andrew's like a dark-haired kid. This kid is a blonde-haired kid. And I've worked with him for a couple years. I forget his name. I don't know. I'm terrible with names. And so, you know, he's talking about the show. He's been listening and he's stoked. He's like, ever need anyone? I'm like, yeah, man, we got a kind of open door policy. I can squeeze you in, or I got some ideas of bits and stuff that I might utilize you for and everything. He's like, cool, yeah. And I'm calling the manager and he's like, yeah, you know, I'll text you later. And just in case you have my number, I'll be like, hi, it's Keith and blah, 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 blah. And I still didn't even registered. Like, he didn't say Keith, but he told me a different name than Andrew.
Completely over the head.
Right. Well, there's a lot of things going on in the TCC, so I'm easily distracted. I got ADD, and I'm like, yeah, that sounds like good. Again, I did not pick up that he was trying to tell me his name.
That's total dick power move, by the way.
Why?
Because it's like he keeps trying to tell you, and you're like, yeah, sure, Dave.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, Dave.
I know. I didn't mean to be that guy. But yeah, I'm like, I'm turning into that guy. But it's not an ego thing as much as it's an ignorance thing. Like, I'm just, you know, dumb. I'm not registering. It's not clicking. And again, I'm distracted. And yeah, maybe a little bit of self-centeredness where I'm like too concerned about what's coming out of my mouth to actually listen. That's what they say when you meet somebody. What was the study as a percentage about it? But most of the time you forget people's names because you're so focused to tell them your name. Like, you're thinking about telling them your name. You're not actively listening to absorb what, you know, their name is. And this is a common thing that a lot of people deal with.
My name is, and you're just trying to focus. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Get your name right, stupid.
Yeah.
Emil.
Yeah.
You know, and then you're like, did I get that right? Did I get that right? They're telling you your story and stuff. No, that's weird.
I know
what the study's all about.
That's what I'm saying. Well, I'll show you it. You got to Google that study, but yeah, it was weird. And eventually I'll get him. Yeah. Thanks, Dave. I am a dumbass.
That's pretty funny though. It's a total power move. And it makes him want to be part of it even more. Honestly, I
negged him.
Yeah,
I negged him where he's like, oh, I need him to know my name so bad.
It's like you know, he has to approve of me kind of thing, possibly.
Like, he's like, why won't he like me?
Yeah,
I do. I just don't know your name. Hold on a second. This segment brought to you by Farm Bureau. For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services has been here for you, and there's still a phone call or email away. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it. There you go.
This is very good.
Thank you. No, dude, it's called a promotion, Dave. Welcome. You're late to the party. You don't understand what's going on, and that's fine. That's fine. But I don't need to I didn't want to work there anymore, and I got my own show on Rock 102.1.
Be fired him, okay? Be fired him.
Yes,
okay?
I'm back where I belong. This is where I came from before I worked with that guy across the hall. And, you know, but I mean, if you want to listen to that, go listen to that. That's fine. We're having fun over here. You'll see. I mean, if you ask around, you ask around the chat, you ask them what we've been doing here, you'll get some good answers. You got a lot of things going on.
What aren't we doing here, man? You're doing all kinds of stuff.
Then what are you even doing on the stream, bruh? You listen to KUPD. How long you been racist? KKKUPD. That's what I call. And they don't like it when I tell that joke, but it's fair.
What's up with KUPD? You got a story?
No, I mean, it's been we've had issues with them. I've had issues with them for years.
It's a Phoenix one.
It's up in Phoenix.
That's why, yeah.
Yeah, Holmberg. I used to beat him in the Best of Phoenix New Times thing.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You know. That's cool, Dave. You know, I'm from Phoenix too. You know what I mean? But I'm Arizona. I'm an Arizona kid through and through. But yeah, I used to be Holmberg's Morning Sickness. I would get best morning show, best radio host. He took the opportunity to kind of, you know, talk smack about me on the radio, which is great. It was good advertising, like good sponsoring and advertising, you know. Yeah, it's spreading my name. But yeah, he was secretly jelly. I don't know what the deal is. I mean, the guy is a mega star, you know, Holmberg. He makes tons of money and he's been doing it successfully for quite some time. He kind of blacklisted me from that company. There's a couple times that Hubbard wanted to hire me, people within Hubbard wanted to hire me.
And he was just the one that was probably.
I think he's the one.
gatekeeper?
He was the one that was like, no, you can't hire this guy. And I'm like, well, that's fucked. Because
That's bullshit, man.
I know, man. But that's cool. Yeah. Thanks for dropping by on the hate, dude.
Bringing up bad memories for beef.
Yeah. Now good. Now go. You're about to miss the Brady report. So go ahead and get that. Or a replay of Hollywood Squares. It's not old yet, people. I've been doing it 20 years. It's not old yet. All right. Thanks for stopping by, Dave. See you later. All right. We're going to hit the reset. We're going to be right back here with our next segment and everything else. You know the drill. Let's do this. Rock 102.1 KFMA. It's Beef Vegan Presents. And Emil came across 7 phrases with extra words that we use to sound smart. And I feel like I'm victim to all this, and I don't pull it off. Right. I think whenever I try to use these 7 phrases, I end up sounding more dumb, if that's even possible. But
do you get them out right, or is it just kind of do you sound pretentious when you say them?
I definitely don't sound pretentious. I just think I butcher it. I don't get it out right. So, or I'll just mess up the saying altogether. Yeah. I'll attempt to say the phrase and then I'll mix up the words. I'll get all dyslexic with it. So what are some of these phrases here, Emil?
All right. Well, one of them, and I agree with this one so much. In my opinion, this list sucks. Saying something is like estimated to be around a certain number, estimated to be around 50.
And that's a fill-in word to make you sound smarter.
Yeah, estimated. I think it's the estimated,
right?
It's a, larger word.
Yeah, basically, you're acknowledging that you have no idea, right? Yeah. But you're gonna take a guess anyways when you throw out an estimation like that.
Yeah, I like this next one. General consensus. The general consensus of the party was meh.
Oh, so you did a survey amongst the population, and you got the general consensus.
The general consensus says, whatever. I don't know.
Great example.
Yeah, exactly.
Fantastic example.
The general consensus is all right with your new show, Beef.
Okay, yes. There you go. That's very accurate, actually.
And this one, actually, this is a meme. This is such a good meme too. Calling something an actual fact. Actually, no, this is the fact.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of cringy too.
Yeah. When you say actual fact, it's like a fact is a fact. There's no actual fact.
Actually, Beef. No, you're wrong. And that's what.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That one might be useful, but we're bombarded with that most of the time.
That's correct though. This next one, I feel badly about that. Well, okay, cool, dude. Like I feel badly about that.
So people think it sounds smarter to say I feel bad?
Yeah, I guess so. Kind of giving them their opinion, a very opinionated person, though I feel like somebody who's very opinionated is going to go through all 7 of these in a day easily, maybe even within an hour.
Well, I think the problem is they say here that it's actually wrong and that you wouldn't say you feel greatly about that. So just like you wouldn't say you feel greatly about that, you wouldn't say I feel bad for that.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
Postpone until later. It's another one. Until later. You don't need the words until later, I guess. You just say, I'm going to postpone it. It's kind of, I feel like it's a bit of a redundancy.
Yeah.
I guess. Postpone until later. Well, yeah, you're going to postpone it.
That's what postponing is.
Yeah.
Yeah, until later. So to say it again, it's like, what's the point of that? Yeah.
But, you're adding these extra things to kind of feel a little bit better about yourself.
See, this is good. This is good information for everyone that does radio too, because like one of the things I'm trying to work on is my word economy.
Okay.
Yeah, and not just spewing out a bunch of words for the sake of spewing out words.
Right. Getting your lexicon up to beefing it up a bit.
Yeah, and making it tight.
Yeah.
So I go from point A to point B, and don't take the scenic route like I'm doing right now. Throwing extra words in.
But you're wasting people's time by throwing those extra words in sometimes. And sometimes people's time is very precious.
Yeah, man, you got to get to work. I understand. That's why we're here. We want to get to the joke, make you laugh real quick, give you some information, and have a good day.
So I'm going to get to this last one, too, so I'm not wasting anybody's time. Saying the reason being instead of because. It's the reason being. Like, I feel badly, but I need to postpone our meeting until later. The reason being, I forgot about it.
Oh, wah. Okay, yeah, I'll stop saying the reason being. I get the hint.
The reason being,
yeah, I know I'm a dick.
That's all right. You get 7 of these in a day, though, man.
I know. I'll try to work on that.
Are
that
these,
and my word economy.
Are these like? Do you take notice? Are you self-auditing with this?
100%.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, I just did it.
And I would work on that like instantly, but I feel like it's just better to postpone until later,
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
or you could just talk stupid, just very dumb it down easily, and everybody gets that.
Well, that's easy, in my opinion. Like I sound like a fool all the time.
Why try to be something that you're not, you know? Like, why trying to like, there's nothing wrong with like working on yourself, but you know, you can also just be down to earth.
No, that's an actual fact. I get it. See what I'm doing here? I'm going through all these all over again.
I know, right? I was going to say something, but whatever.
Yeah, with school right around the corner, we want to help you and the student in your life get the supplies they need to succeed. Rock 102.1 is giving you a chance to win $1,500, a back-to-school shopping spree. You know you need this. Everyone does. So you can register to win once a day through August 9th. So get more info and register now at KFMA.com. And when we return, I got a crazy story about a wedding gone wrong. Somebody didn't want their aunt to come to the wedding, so they tried to take extreme measures to make sure she would not show up to the wedding. I'll tell you more on that story next. Clear. Oh, this whole time I did this segment, I still had the "We'll be right back" banner up. Dope.
Not wrong, though. We will be right back.
That's true. That is true. Let's see what else you got here. Man, did you get your corn tickets yet? Nope. And today we're doing Cypress Hill tickets, which I'm excited about.
Where are they playing?
Mesa Amp with Atmosphere.
Oh, shit.
Mesa Amp, that's going to be fun to see them at because that's like a big
Open
venue,
air
but
venue.
small at the same time. It's like 5,000 is, I think, the cap on that. And it's all lawn seating.
Yeah,
And it's,
nice.
you know, yeah, it's stacked. And then with Prop 207 and Cypress Hill, that whole thing's just going to be like a giant bowl. You don't even need to bring weed. You just stand there and it's just going to, smoke is going to be around you. You're going to just get high by being in the crowd. 100% guaranteed.
Totally.
Like, yeah. Like, and you're just sitting there because it just kind of sits. The way that
It hangs.
Yeah, it hangs in there.
Well,
It's like a fog.
There was a KFMA day like years, like 5, 6, 7 years ago.
Yeah.
And like my girlfriend at the time, my wife now, we go up to the bleachers kind of away from everybody watching. But it was just hanging over everything. Just kind of like this.
Yeah.
And just go down to the crowd and you're going to get super baked.
Super
You
big.
don't even have to bug anybody.
No. Yeah. And you don't have to risk COVID by lip in another joint or anything like that. Because I don't know. I mean, in post-pandemic, do we share joints? Do we pass those around? You know, that's a question. I think a lot of people would be hesitant. I mean, a lot of people won't be at the same time. But, I think some people should be hesitant when you're doing this.
Guess just, keep track of how you feel. You don't take the joint from the dude that's coughing and sneezing a bunch.
Right. Good morning. Enjoy your day too, Melly. Yeah, get some sleep. All right, you guys are looking good on the stream. Let's keep that going. All right, let's get back to a pop quiz. See if you can beat a meal on this. If you know the answer to this meal, then blurt out the answer.
Just blurt it out.
Blurt it out if you know it. Question is, all right, when was word vomit as a phrase created? When was word vomit as a phrase created? Does Emil know? Pop quizzing you.
I'm going to say like 2001, 2000, early 2000s.
Well, I'm not looking for the year exactly
When?
because it was associated with the movie. So it was.
That's why I'm saying it was Mean Girls, right?
Yes. Yes.
I had a girlfriend that would watch that shit
Okay.
all
Don't
the
try
time.
to justify
No, whatever.
knowing that it was Mean Girls. You love Mean Girls. That's okay. It's a good movie.
No,
It's a good
it's not
movie.
that great of a movie.
It doesn't
though.
take
It's
away
not
from
that
her
great of a-
masculinity at
Well, I'm
all. I
not saying it
promise
does.
you.
I had a girlfriend that would watch that movie all the time. It's like I like to watch Dumb and Dumber.
Right. So it would be on the background while you're banging your girlfriend.
Totally.
Very macho. I
And
get
it's
it.
not bad because some of the girls in their movie were pretty good looking, so you're just
Yeah.
like, it's not so bad.
Rachel
It's
McAdams
worse.
was in there. Lindsay Lohan before she fell
I
apart.
know her before she hit the wall, man.
I would still get with Lindsay
Yeah,
Lohan.
she's not so bad, I guess. I feel
Oh, I mean, she's probably got the garbage fee, but it'd be worth trying out. All right.
At least it'd be a good story.
Eva says, I'm a chick and I've never heard or seen it.
It's a classic, though. I feel like a lot of one-liners came from that movie.
Very factual. Yes, it did. And that was Tina Fey. Tina Fey wrote that movie. So, you know, you credit it to her. She's a super talent. We know this. And there's nothing wrong with being a Tina Fey fan, Emil. Right?
She's all right.
All right, next question in the pop quiz. And Emil did get that right. He's like, oh, you know, I learned word vomit and stuff. Well, banging my girlfriend doggy style, we'd watch the movie together.
It's like, oh. Noted.
Yeah, noted. Oh, this is a good scene. Very clever. Very clever.
Have to put that one in the bank.
All right, next question. Where were fortune cookies invented?
I want to say, like, of course, like, China.
Yo, see, I knew you were thinking that initially because you were just like, you gave this look like, come on. And
I know,
like,
but it's not.
That
it's
answer's racist.
How is that racist? You get them at every freaking Chinese food place. You don't get them at every Burger King.
Maybe it's an American thing because I think it is.
Could be.
Yeah.
It could be, but it started somewhere, though.
It's not a China thing.
But we don't know that. It could
No, we
started with
do. I have the answer. That's why I'm asking
Well,
the
I'm just
question.
saying that's why people might, like, put these two things together.
Yes, and yes, the answer is in America, but I need to be more specific than that. Nick says New York. That is incorrect. Chinatown.
New York City. San Francisco?
That is correct. Yes, but Melly beat you to it.
Oh, did she?
Yes.
Because there's a good Chinatown in San Francisco.
Yes, there is. It's a fantastic Chinatown. In fact, speaking of Chinatown, there was a viral video that I saw yesterday of a black guy on a bike being racist in Chinatown, in New York. I think.
Is it the one where they just whoop his ass?
It's just one guy in general. So yeah, this guy's on a bike and he's talking all this smack, being super vulgar and, you know, racist. And then all of a sudden, this older Asian man comes up, blindsides him, just clocks him, knocks his ass off the bike, and then goes in for a little bit of ground and pound, and whoops this guy's ass. And it was great. It was like instant justice, you know? It's like, shut up, don't come here.
Hit, man. Like, yeah. Especially go to Chinatown to do this. Come on.
Right. It's like, so goes to show. I mean, you know, sometimes you deserve to get hit in the face. And that was a situation where that guy deserved to get hit in the face.
Yeah. San Francisco Chinatown.
Yeah, no, I love San Francisco Chinatown. I've gone there several times. I've been fortunate enough to go to San Francisco like every year growing up as a kid because my uncle lives there.
Oh, no way.
So yeah, I'm hoping to get back there again.
Kind of a shithole from what I hear nowadays.
Well, you know what it is. Yeah, you do have to.
Literally, because there's like crap everywhere, man. Like, give it a little while.
You do have to step over human feces time to time.
Have you ever seen the poo maps that guy built? Poo maps?
Yes.
Literally.
Yes.
Ugh.
I know. It is kind of sad.
It's California, man. California's fucked.
Well, you were just there visiting in San Diego.
Yeah.
How was it?
San Diego's not so bad. You know, the homeless people there it's not like Los Angeles, man. Los Angeles is just,
I know.
They got some problems. I have a buddy up in Thousand Oaks that I go visit like once a year, a high school friend, and just driving through, dude, it's very like, I don't know. It's
dystopian.
Yeah. It just kind of fucks with you. It kind of hits you in the feels. You see families of like homeless people.
I know. And Venice Beach has been having
It's been like that for like 30 years.
But I mean, it's at a point where, you know, I mean, it's whole rows of homeless tents right there on the beach. And then the people are just acting out, getting crazy. You know, like there was viral video of a homeless guy. He started peeing on a tree, but he pulls his shorts down to his ankles.
He did that too.
And this is daytime. And then he just turns around and just starts playing with himself. Right? Just out there. And then so two black guys are like, yo, man, get your dick away. Put your dick away. Right? And so the guy's talking smack, going back and forth. The guy went up and like snatched a cigarette out of the homeless guy's mouth, and the guy pulled his pants up. So he didn't get his ass beat, but they were ready for him. And then there was, I don't know. I mean, we're seeing all these stories, and it's like, what is the answer though? What's the answer? Like, what do you do to help out this homeless epidemic that's happening there in California? And I mean, it's happening here
everywhere,
too,
man. Everywhere. It's policy, but it's not only that, man. It's like you have to find the root of the issue, which is just like a societal thing. You think it's drugs. Well, it probably is at some point because that's what they use as a crutch to deal with their shit lives.
Right.
But you know, ultimately it's a societal thing. It's a multifaceted kind of thing.
Okay.
The nuances, like I feel like, I think it has to deal with the economy. I think it has to do with jobs. I think it has to deal with family structure. I think it has to deal with, I mean, I think it does have to deal with drugs, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like kind of all packaged in one thing, you know. I think inflation of money not being the same, you know, like, you know, people aren't able to work. Housing prices being very
insane right now. Insane.
Rentals, you know, it's just like a bunch of different things that have kind of created like the perfect storm. And it also leads to mental illness, which is a lot of their problems too. And I mean, I honestly don't think like things like social media stuff that we see in movies and television, influences like that have helped to a certain extent, because a lot of us can kind of like take that and be like, well, that's a movie. Whereas, you know, I don't, you know, a lot of people don't see that. They blur that reality, you know, within certain things, or even like within like social media. I think there's it breeds a lot of like feelings about certain things.
Yeah. But what's the answer? So there's no answer? There's no way to fix it at all? Because
there is, but I think
the solution is too big.
I think it's like drastic measures, really. I mean, that or completely fixing everything from the ground up, honestly.
I don't know.
Giving people jobs, but then it's like, well, you know, it's like, well, everybody's like, oh, just lock them up, throw them in jail, or, you know, get them into a detox program. Cool, but they have to want to.
Right.
They won't actually do this.
You know, in Oakland, they're building a bunch of tiny houses under freeway overpasses.
Yeah, I was reading about that.
Yeah, which they look pretty cool. And then to make like a tiny house village for people who don't have the money to pay for housing would seem like a decent idea. But then you also have to kind of like protect it or police it in a way, because then you have all these people in one. There's obviously mental illness and everything, and it could be ripe for somebody who is mentally ill to cause harm to others.
Look at last year at the Chaz, or the Chad, or whatever it's called in Washington. It's the same thing, man. And like, you can diss on like policing all you want. I don't agree with some of it, but you're gonna have there has to be some kind of like backbone to like a society.
Right.
And if it's either morality, where you can just kind of like all agree to be like cool people, and let's all just be chill and not like eat each other,
right,
murder each other, or we're gonna have to have somebody watch over everybody, so we don't get like the crazies.
All right. Sabo says, my co-host looks like Tyler Cassidy, the guy who sings "Because Your Boyfriend Is a Bitch." Looks just like him.
Is that a bad thing?
No.
I don't know who Tyler is.
Oh, wait. I just F that up.
Screwing stuff up, beef.
I didn't put a stop in, so.
Pop one in.
That's all right. I was running behind anyways.
See, this guy's saying SSI disability. He couldn't even afford rent. There's something wrong with that, man. Like, you're getting your SSI. What do you do with that if you can't even afford to live?
Right.
Though his name is Troll Quality, so I mean, he might just be BSing everybody.
Yeah, with well, I mean, there's not. It's hard to even afford places out here. I mean, you're talking about. Yeah, if you look up north in Phoenix, and then the rent prices down here for apartments are very comparable to Phoenix, and it's insane. But you're talking like a 1-bedroom studio apartment, like $900, 900 to 1,000. That used to be a $600 apartment. You know, like I could not afford an apartment, a 2-bedroom apartment right now, because it would be like $1,200, and that's without even the utilities.
Yeah.
For a shit apartment, you know, like these apartments are jacking up their prices, and you're like, okay, well, is this one of those nice ones that have movie theaters in them and like waterfalls in the pools and like super spa? Yeah, I mean they do have.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but no, it's not. These are like slumlord places.
Well, the place downtown, so they tore up a park downtown off of like I think Church.
Mm-hmm.
New apartments going in. you've been downtown, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
$4,000 a month. I'm like, what kind of economy? Tucson doesn't have that economy. Like,
No.
what are you doing here? You're either
It's for rich kids in California.
Exactly. They're coming in from California, that, or if you're working like remotely from like techie jobs.
It's all
Silicon Valley
students.
stuff.
It's all students.
Totally. But they
Yeah.
rewired them really badly. I know an electrician, he said that they rewired them like really poorly and they have to go through and do it.
Really?
Yeah, it's really
Oh.
bad. So
Yeah, and it is cheaper to buy, but it's still expensive to buy as well. Just cheaper than renting. I mean, what I heard from mortgage brokers, if you could rent your apartment, then you could afford a house. A lot of people don't know this, like, but if you could afford to pay your rent every month, then you could afford to buy a house.
yeah, my mortgage way cheaper than most people that I know that are renting at this point. And I told them years ago, I was like, you should buy now because like I saw this coming, man.
Yeah.
Like buy now because like there was also, I mean, there's grants out there, first time homeowners grants and stuff like that. That's what I got on with, my fucking rent. I mean, my mortgage is so cheap. It's like maybe $100 more than the apartment that I was living at before that I moved into my house.
Right.
So, and I have a big backyard. I have a house.
You have a house, and then you could sell it
maintain
when it's time to sell it, and it's like
it's already $150,000 more than it was when I bought it.
It's amazing.
Yeah, so
That's
good
fantastic.
invested.
Yeah, well, they say that's the best investment. That's no lie.
Until the housing bubble bursts, and then we're all like
Yeah.
back to square one. So
No, I know. Mike said, "Oh, here I can afford to live in the ghetto, and I'm not starving anymore." Well, that's good.
as long as you're not starving, you got a roof over your head, but still, like, got to be happy with where you live.
Yeah. I think Derek's on his way in, and he's lucky it's not Mari today because I was gonna have them compete against each other,
Oh.
which I might, if Derek gets in here soon enough, I might have you guys play a game against each other as the league continues. But the game I was gonna do with Mari and Derek was last week. I had them do a hum off basically, so to give away tickets. I had two contestants call in, and they basically picked a team, right?
Okay.
So I had a dude named like Dave with Derek, because I remember it being Team Double D, and I think Candace or something, Candy, with Mari. So it was actually a battle of the sexes too. It worked out perfectly. And so I put 60 seconds on the clock, and then they had to hum different songs, right? And the person on the phone had to guess what song they were humming, right? So I mean, I've done hummers before, like that's the game. But to be like a hum off was super awesome. So yeah, they're going, and Mari's team ended up winning and got the W on that. So this week I was gonna do a spin on that same premise, that same setup, but instead of humming, do animal noises, and you had to guess which animal they were doing.
It's a little bit more tough too, I feel.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, once you go beyond the basics of cow and stuff,
yeah, like
yeah. If I said, make a noise as a zebra.
what gorilla noise,
Yeah. Well, yeah, you gotta separate the monkeys and the gorillas, Yeah, there's chimpanzee and gorilla. I mean, how would you make a gorilla? What's the gorilla noise?
See, more like grunting. Do they even make noises other than
Oh, they
grunts?
make noises.
They like yell.
You were just at the zoo.
But I didn't stick around for them. Hey, make some noises for me, guys.
Yeah, because they were just showing their ass the whole
They're
time.
just showing their ass.
Right. Well. Yeah, so that still might happen. It might happen tomorrow, though.
This guy says
Depends on when D
look at
gets
your
here.
phone.
I mean, he's messaging like crazy, and that's he's driving on the freeway right now, so you shouldn't be messaging so much, D. What'd you say, Emil?
He said check your phone. I don't know. The message.
Oh, check my phone. Oh, is he here? Oh, I think he's here right now.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Well, shit. Then we might do that. Oh, there goes the banner.
There goes the banner.
I'm gonna
Show's
hit the
over.
reset and be right back.
I'll fix the banner.
Use that webcam. Plug that in, set it up, and then I'm gonna send you an email invite, and then that way I can still hear you. Oh, you can move it wherever it is. You can put it. Yes. As Oh, Rock 102.1, it's Beef Vegan Presents. We're going to be giving away tickets to Cypress Hill this hour in a game where it's basically an animal sound-off. I have Emil and Derek hanging out with me in studio this hour, and they're going to make animal sounds. You have to guess what animal they're making the sounds of. That's all coming up momentarily, so be ready to give me a call, 600 KFMA. I got some Godsmack on the way, though. It's Rock 102.1. All right, are you in?
I think so.
No, you're not.
What am I supposed to be doing?
Click yes to everything. It's going to ask you a bunch of questions. Click yes, 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 yes.
Click that enter studio.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
there you go. Perfect. All right. Let's see. I know.
Are you not in? You talking to all the people? Still on shit?
Yeah, man. Let's see.
To be fair, nobody talked to me.
Did you go to bed early last night or something?
Yes, I did. I usually try to go to bed. I had to bang. I was bang 30. It's fantastic. You should do it again. It's good times. I need you to, Emil. So get ready. Pull up the show sheet. 7 o'clock. We got our game here, and underneath I have your animals to choose from. I got to do a couple more here for Emil. All right, you see your animals here? Derek, you see yours, and then it's below 7 o'clock. So it says last geek standing, but go below that. Okay. I'm gonna use that later. Think about it. It's funny, but no, if you want to replace it, that is a tough one, but I think you do got it. Yes, there is. Oh. There's a power strip underneath Emil.
Maybe it won't just turn off on me.
Right. You still got that power strip? All right. So you've been hearing all the behind the scenes stuff as we're getting things going. But we are back here. Got 23 seconds. All right. Welcome back. Sorry about that. I had to get everything situated, so it was a longer reset than I'd like, but we're back on point. We're going to have some good times, so let's do this. Rock 102.1 KFMA. It is Beef Vegan Presents. I got my good friend D-Rock in the building. Good morning, D.
What up, buddy?
Hey, not much, man. I'm glad that you joined me because this is a great opportunity for both you and Emil to rack up another W in the Beef Vegan Presents Competitive League. Now, if you know, by now you guys should know that all the guests that are part of this show, everyone that's a part of this show, is competing against each other in a long season. And at the end of the season, we're going to find out who is the ultimate champion. They'll get bragging rights and then possibly a prize. I don't know. I'm talking to Sales about that right now. And the loser will have to deal with some kind of repercussions. All right. So today, how you guys are going to compete against each other is a game I'm calling the Animal Sound Off. And I'm giving away tickets to Cypress Hill while we do this as well. So if you want to go see Cypress Hill with Atmosphere at Mesa Amphitheater on August 15th, give me a call right now, 600 KFMA. That's 600-5362. The game is simple, okay? I'm going to get two contestants. Each are going to pick either Emil or D-Rock to be on their team, okay?
Nobody's going to pick me.
Well, again, we'll get to that in a little bit, but they're going to have to if they want these tickets. So with that, Emil and D-Rock are going to make animal noises. They're going to get 30 seconds on the clock, and the contestant's going to have to try to guess which animal they are making sounds of. And then, of course, if whoever gets the highest score at the end of the 30 seconds will win the tickets to Cypress Hill. Right. And Emil or D-Rock will get another win in the Beef Vegan Presents Competitive League.
Cool.
Make sense?
Yeah, easily.
Yeah. So let's go to the phones. I'll do caller 3 first. Rock 102.1. Who's this?
Hi, it's Charles.
All right, Charles. Have you won tickets recently?
Yes.
Not eligible, bud. Sorry.
Horrible.
Rock 102.1. Who's this? Hello. Okay.
It was the Invisible Man.
Yeah.
Won tickets recently, I guess.
Rock 102.1. Who's this?
Manny.
Manny. All right, Manny, you're going to be contestant 1. Do you want D-Rock or Emil?
Let's go with Emil.
All right. So it's going to be Manny and Emil. I'm locking you in, Manny. Hold on a second. All right, caller, what's your name?
My name's Mark.
Mark. All right, Manny versus Mark. I'll write that down. All right, and Mark, you're on D-Rock's team, okay?
All right.
All right, so since I have, let's see, Manny first. So, Mark, I'm going to put you on hold real quick. I'm going to go right to Manny. Manny, you're on. And since
1999 per se, and that's one of the analysis. And this film doesn't
what
point
is that?
fingers at that music, especially the Limp Bizkits and the Corns and the Rage Against the Machines. It's more, what was it about this music that connected to so many young people in the culture at that time?
Awesome.
Garrett, what was that?
Man, when I put somebody on hold, I'm getting a different radio station now. That's what that was.
Oh, man.
Scott.
Wow.
The hell was that, man?
Free advertising for the other radio stations.
Legit.
It didn't sound very
Yes.
good, though, honestly. They sounded like crap.
Talking about Limp Bizkit and everything, too?
Yeah.
Anyways, okay, so Manny.
Talking about Limp Bizkit for real.
All right, Manny, you're first up, okay?
All right.
All right, so 30 seconds on the clock, and get ready to begin now. Yeah, go ahead, Emil.
Rooster.
Correct. Next animal.
Elephant.
Incorrect.
Keep going.
Yeah,
with this
keep
one?
going. Keep going until you guess it.
Cow.
That's correct. Next one.
Roar. Roar.
What? Say that, Manny?
Lion.
That's correct. All right.
Last one. Here we
Yeah,
go.
last one. Hurry up. Oh, you ran out of time. All right, so you got 3 out of 4, Manny. That's fantastic. 3 out of 4 is a great score. So you did very good, Emil, on those animal sounds. I thought there was an actual lion in studio.
I know, right? My inner lion just came out. Roar! That's what they do, man.
Yeah. All right, Mark.
Legit.
So, I mean, they raised the bar. You have to get more than 3 in 30 seconds or less with D-Rock. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm
All
sorry.
Right. Okay. Here we go, D. 30 seconds on the clock. Start now.
Monkey.
Correct.
Woof, woof.
Dog.
Blub, blub, blub,
Fish.
blub.
Say that again.
Fish.
I'll allow it.
Nay.
Horse.
Correct. Oh,
Good.
he nailed it. We got 4 out of all 4. Good job in like 15 seconds.
Yeah.
So it looks like
man.
Mark won the animal sound off, and you got the fish. And the fish was seriously curveball.
I was kind of wondering how he was going to pull that blub, blub, blub. Like,
I wasn't sure how to get the color.
Threw me off.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you wanted to be specific, that was a goldfish. Yes.
they make different blubbing noises when
Yeah.
you're under the water. So,
Manny, thanks so much for trying. You can try again tomorrow or something. Okay, bud?
All right, bud. Appreciate you.
No worries. All right, Mark, congratulations. You and a friend are going to go see Cypress Hill at Mesa Amphitheater. It's a Lucky Man concert, so you can get ticket information, luckymanonline.com. That show's going to happen on August 15th. The doors open at 5:30. Show starts at 6:30, and everybody there will be stoned. That's just a guarantee.
I haven't seen them since the last time they played at KFMA Day.
Nice. Yeah, yeah. Well, you know, I mean, they are like, they put on the best live show as far as hip hop acts are concerned. You know, Cypress Hill.
I love it. I am Dr. G and Tom.
Hell yeah. Nice. Well, I'm glad you dig it, Mark. Stay on hold. I'm going to get all your info, okay?
All right. Thank you.
No problem. For the rest of you, I'm going to be giving away tickets for the Tucson Sugar Skulls a little bit later on. We got so much more show to get to. Let me hit the reset, and we'll be back after this. Stick around. All right, this whole on hold shit is infuriating. All right, guys, I got to put you guys on hold. On hold.
listen to this other radio station while.
No, yeah. I'll be right back. Hitting that reset. Let's go. All right, back here on the live stream.
Looks like everybody's talking like houses.
Who's talking houses?
Oh yeah. See, you got them talking the exciting talk of housing and the housing market.
Oh, let's talk about housing market.
No, come on. Let's try to
BlackRock.
I'm trying to build up this streaming audience. Come on, man.
You're gonna get a whole new like level of people on this stream now because they just want to like talk about economics.
Why are you soft talking into the mic? We are on the stream. You seriously, you're giving people ASMR fits here. You're like, yeah. Well, that's a way to build up the video stream, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm still not quite sure what the ASMR is.
It's just like nice sounds. It's
Nice
just
sounds.
it's stuff like, you know, something that's like, I guess, triggers something within your like brain that kind of makes it.
So like the beginning of that White Zombie song where they got the orgasm sounds.
I guess if that's what does it for you, man. I'm sure there's probably some interesting ASMRs out there. Like,
hold that thought. I got someone calling.
Sure.
Rock on 2.1. Who's this?
Tammy.
Hey, Tammy, what's up?
I was wondering how many times are you allowed to win? I mean,
Well-
it's like once a week, once a month.
Once a month, once within every 30 days. Why, you want all the tickets?
Oh yeah. Well, no, it's just I remember last year you were allowed to win once a week, or the year before that, or something.
No, it's been at least 30 days since my first run on KFMA over 3 years ago. So,
No. There was one year there because I won a lot of tickets from you guys.
Yeah, I know.
If you look up my name,
Oh, your name comes up. I have a note here saying, "Don't give Tammy all of your tickets." So yeah, it comes up a lot. But yeah, no, they spread it around, and they have to do the 30-day rule for this show in particular because so many more people are listening to this show as opposed to the last couple years. They were kind of relaxed on the rules because it was only you and some other dude listening to the station. But now that I'm back, now we have people actually listening again. So we had to implement the rules again. So I apologize about that.
Well, my radio never goes off in my house. It's always on that station 24/7.
Nice.
I listen to the radio more than I do watch TV.
That's better for you. Actually, it's better for your brain, better for your eyes, better for everything. So I hope that we've been doing it a good service or whatnot. I've been hoping.
Oh, yeah. I love you guys. You guys are great.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Tammy's just trying to get tickets off.
Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah. You almost let me you almost made me put my guard down and be like,
right.
maybe you do get
She's
tickets.
just like,
What were the last tickets you won? What were the last tickets you won?
Pop Evil.
Oh, yeah. Did you go to that show?
Yeah, it was good. It was a great show.
What did they open with?
No, I didn't go.
See, I knew it. You're winning tickets, Tammy, and you're not going to the shows. I know. Well,
I didn't have a way up there.
I know, but you should know this before you call in to win the tickets because other people who have a way up there could have easily used those tickets.
Just say,
no.
I was drunk. I don't remember.
She said she's trying to sell them.
Oh, yeah. See,
yeah, there you go. I know. It's a racket. That's why that's why we have the rule. So, Tammy can't get rich off of our free ticket giveaways. Well, I appreciate you. Yeah, I appreciate you being honest with me, Tammy. And yes, hopefully once the 30 days is up, then feel free to win something else that you're not going to use.
Catch on Craigslist.
Okay, no. When I won KFMA day tickets, I used them.
Yeah, well, those are ones you could have sold for. Yeah, you could have sold those for a pretty penny. So you missed out.
But I sold one. I used the other one because I never been to one before.
Nice. Okay, yeah.
And it was in it was in 2019. It was.
Nice. Yeah, that's good. So you sell one, you get beer money from what you sell, and then you have the free ticket to go in. So the whole trip is free.
Yep.
I dig it.
Yep.
Nice. All right, Tammy. Well, we'll talk to you soon.
Have a great day.
You too.
All righty. Bye.
See, I knew that she didn't go to the concert, and
I called it prize pig from the get-go.
Yeah. There is a term in this industry of people who like to win all the prizes, and they're called prize pigs. And that's the reason why there are rules implemented to like how often somebody could win is to spread it around because these people, they just figure out a way to get in first. They have us on speed dial. They got the timing down right. And they're cutting off the the average listener who might not call in for every radio contest. So yeah, I was able to spot him. But not that I still like Tammy. I'm not mad at her.
She's a good listener, man, and
yeah,
you like her at the shows and stuff. But give everybody else a chance, Tammy.
Yeah, man. Jeez. Don't win tickets you're not going to. And, don't think you're going to be able to sell Pop Evil tickets at Marquee Theater. It's not that big of a draw.
You're not doing like Five Finger Death Punch or Metallica tickets, Metallica's one thing, Yeah,
no. So just saying, since speaking of goldfish, have you guys read the story of the huge goldfish showing in lakes?
Yeah, people just dumping goldfish down into the lakes and they're thriving.
Yeah, they are thriving. They're an invasive species. And the saying with the fish, they get as big as the tank. And so these goldfish are getting bigger than koi fish. They're getting huge, bigger than footballs. And it'd be okay if they were delicious, but they're not. So
are they not?
They are not.
They're like trash fish.
Yeah, really? Man.
I've never eaten a goldfish. Maybe I should.
No shit. Nobody does. No, you might even kill yourself.
Yeah. Though maybe you should though.
Maybe nobody's eating it because they don't know how delicious they are.
See, that's the thing. Maybe if you make it the right way, it's like octopus. It's easy to screw that up,
right?
Cooking it, but cook a goldfish the right way.
Deep fried.
I think like anything deep fried.
Yeah, legit.
Okay. I dig that. I have to relabel stuff. I do some housekeeping here, but I wanted to do, since just brought up the random topic. I might do a segment where, because I have you two in, I have this random topic generator website that I came across. I wanted to get that whole kind of wheel spinning sound effect, which I will next time. I mean, sometimes I use an actual wheel. I had one forever.
Yes.
But I had to give it back to my mom. So
what does she need it for?
Oh, she has like a carny business. So, yes, it's a money wheel and everything. We used it with Shmonty for the longest time.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I always thought it was weird that he kept it in his bedroom at his house.
Yeah, I was like, pick a position. I got different positions on it. Use a whiteboard. It was like a whiteboard erase wheel, so you can put different categories on it. It's fantastic. In fact, I'll try to take it back. But yeah, let's do random topics. I'm gonna do that next. 3 seconds. Here we go. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Shout out to Tammy, who agreed off the air to not try to win all of my tickets. So that was very kind of her. I'm here with Emil and D-Rock as we kick off our Monday morning. And, we're part game show, we're part talk show. We talk about the hot topics. Sometimes we don't go straight for the hottest topics. There's universal topics that pop up all the time. And I'd like to kind of spin a wheel, if I would, and bring up random topics. Now, I have D-Rock and Emil. So essentially, this is called the 30-second topic. Okay? I'm going to do 30 seconds. I'm going to name a random topic, and I want you guys to talk about it, right? So you each get 30 seconds. Boom, boom, boom. And we'll do a couple rounds. Let's say we'll start off with Emil. So let me get my random topic generator here. So many things that we could talk about, and it's great because I actually have a website that just generates random topics. So I'm going to hit that generator. Okay. You both can answer this, but we'll start with Emil. What 3 words best describe you? Go.
Tall, skinny guy.
Tall, skinny guy. Correct.
Yeah.
Do not piggyback on that, D-Rock,
okay,
right?
okay.
So don't give the opposite 3 words, because I know you will.
It's easy, though.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So what 3 words best describe you, D-Rock?
Lovable, funny looking.
Well, that's 4 words. So
but it's hyphenated.
Count well is a good one. Lovable, funny looking. Okay, very good. Next random topic. Let's do this. And I'm generating. Boop, 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 boop. All right. Where do you plan on going for your next vacation? Now, Emil just came from San Diego. Just had this vacation.
Right.
And, I heard it was pretty good.
So 3 places or 3
No.
words that describe the place?
No. You're hung up on the last topic. We're already moving on.
Oh, that's
This
right.
is like
that's right.
ADD talk radio. We're just
That's
stick and
right,
move.
that's right. Next
So-
place I want to go for vacation?
Yeah.
Europe.
Europe?
Yep.
Yeah.
Europe.
The
Europe.
whole thing.
The whole thing. Actually, Poland, Hungary.
Which one? Is Poland in Hungary?
Either Hungary.
At one
Yeah.
point,
Hungary.
All right. And then D-Rock.
dude, I was actually going to come down to Tucson for a vacation, but instead,
That's not a real vacation.
well, that's kind of what I figured out. So instead, I think I'm going to go camping on the rim if it's not on fire still.
Oh,
Was it on fire?
No,
Okay. Cool.
but they shut all the parks down,
yeah. It could.
so it made it sad.
Honestly, it could catch on fire at any moment.
Yeah, it's Arizona.
Everything in this world could catch on fire at any moment.
I'm just waiting.
All right, we'll do one more random topic as we're generating topics here. Beep, boop, 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 beep, boop, 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 boop. What sci-fi movie or book would you like the future to be like?
Oh, that's
It's for readers here.
Star Trek.
Star Trek.
Yeah.
Okay, you want the future to be more like Star Trek.
Yeah, I like all the technology in Star Trek. Everything's cool about it too. I like the ideology.
I do
To a
feel
certain
like,
extent.
honestly, I do feel like we're kind of been just trying to recreate Star Trek technology for the last 50 years. Ever since the show came out.
We've done a poor job at it too.
Well, I mean, we got the cell phones.
So what?
We got phasers, kind of tasers.
Tasers?
Tasers,
Just
yeah.
shoot electricity? Yeah, I guess so to a certain extent. I'm talking about like replicators for like food,
Okay.
teleportation, warp speed, stuff like that.
Yeah,
We
but I
just got
mean,
the lame ones.
I
Yeah, we
did.
got the lame ones.
Have you ever heard that like terrible theory that the transportation or the teleportation
Where it kills you?
It
The
kills you.
teleport- Yeah, because
it kills you and clones you.
it clones you, essentially tearing apart your molecules and
Yes.
then recombining them somewhere else, but new molecules essentially. Yeah.
Right. That's why Scotty never wanted to do it or something.
Yeah, it's messed up.
Yeah.
Still kind of
And
cool.
right now, I don't know, man. I'm like, ugh, I don't want dying, be cloned.
I think it could be fun.
I don't know. Okay, so what? Same topic for you, D-Rock. What
Eh.
sci-fi movie or book would you like the future to be like?
You kind of got me stumped here because there's so many future ones, but everything I look at is like dystopian future, like Handmaid's Tale in 1984.
1984. Yeah.
Yeah. So can we just have it less like that?
No.
A lesser 1984.
Yeah. Can I get a 1983, please? Jeez. All right. So a no answer. Good
Yeah,
non-answer.
that's a good-
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe you should read more. I don't know.
I should.
All right, we got more coming up next. It is what it looks like. I got 2 criminal stories that they got caught literally with their pants down, trying to say it's not what it looks like. But I'm here to remind you that it 100% is exactly what it looks like. You'll find out more about that next on Beef Vegan Presents.
And Rick on the stream, holodeck would rock. It would, man. There'd be a lot of messy holodecks out there. I could tell you that.
Oh yeah,
There'd be holodeck cleaners and stuff just because of like the fantasies. Oh my gosh.
what is holodeck?
It's
Oh,
just
like
it's
the hologram.
the hologram room that you go into. And
We're
you-
almost there.
to a certain extent. Yeah. I mean, VR.
The Grand
Yeah.
Theft Auto 6 when it comes out will just be a fucking holodeck game.
We already live in Grand Theft Auto 6.
Oh come on,
Let's go to like Chicago.
that's true.
I can't think of any other future stuff besides Star Trek. After you said that, I was like,
Star Wars.
Yeah,
Bam.
but that doesn't seem like somewhere I want to be either.
Like,
Oh.
maybe like the New Republic age before like the shit hit the fan. Everything was like peaceful.
Yeah.
What about like I Am Legend?
Fuck. What would you want to be an island legend?
No,
Just, like,
I
these
wouldn't.
weird,
Lonely.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
living I Am Legend now.
horrible zombies and stuff.
There was a movie that came out in the 80s that was a top fantasy of mine for a good decade, and that was Cherry 3000.
Oh,
Okay.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
Okay.
Cherry 3000. They had the sex robots that were like, full blown realistic. I mean, we're
Right.
almost there too. And what happens in the opening scene is the guy's making love to his sex robot, and then his dishwasher overflows because they have technology to make robot clones of people, but not like overflow protection in dishwashers.
Yeah.
And she short circuited, so they didn't make this thing waterproof. I don't get it. Right. And so the sex robot fried out basically while he's doing her.
oh,
And he
no.
didn't get electrocuted somehow, which is amazing too. I guess there's a lot of holes in this.
Yeah.
But either way, the story goes that, Cherry 3000 short circuited. So he needed to find a replica of her because he was in love with this sex robot. So he went out to try to find the last remaining model of this Cherry 3000. And, long story short, he meets a real life woman along the way that helps her on this mission. And he ends up falling in love with a real life woman. Oh, yeah, right. But
he's so socially awkward that he doesn't know how to talk to a real woman because he's just been banging a robot doll for like the past couple of years.
Yeah. But the robot doll looked like Melanie Griffin in her prime.
Do you think the real life woman, like every time she like said something he didn't like or he didn't want to talk to her, he was like putting her in water?
And just like splash her with her.
Right.
See, we're closer to that reality than we are.
We are. That Cherry 3000. I mean, we are super close. I mean, you're seeing sex robots on a regular pop up on the internet being like, wow, that's almost 100% lifelike.
Right.
And then, there's going to be, I don't know. Look, we have a huge problem with incels.
A huge problem with incels. Yeah, we got an issue with, and it's on both sexes, femcels, incels.
Yeah,
it really is, man.
So will this help them or will it create more of a division, a separation from humanity?
I think it's not, it's psychologically, I don't think it's very good though. You are like,
they're happy psychologically.
I mean,
speaking.
you're expelling this need for like companionship, you know what I'm saying? But you're not getting anything in return that you really need because it's just kind of a lifeless thing.
You might be.
I don't know. AI is pretty good these days.
Yeah, but it's not really AI though.
I got an example of AI.
Really love you.
No, I'll tell you a creepy story, and I was going to share it on the air a little bit later. But while we're speaking of this AI, so a guy had his girlfriend pass away like 8 years ago. And she just died unexpectedly. He's been grieving the loss of his girl. That was like the love of his life, his like soulmate. And she died, and it's been 8 years. So he paid an AI chat box to bring his girlfriend back from the dead by mimicking her text messages. So this AI chatbot was able to, look through all the text messages that she has sent to him in the past, and then basically be able to formulate into conversating exactly like her. So now he's like texting his dead girlfriend this entire time. And this is creepy, but it falls in line with what we're talking about as far as recreating that human connection and using technology to do so. In the long run, is this going to continue to make him feel better? Or honestly, my opinion on this is like, dude, you got to let go.
Yeah, exactly. It sucks. It's very unfortunate, but it's like, you're just kind of like putting a Band-Aid on the situation. You gotta kind of let go to find somebody else.
Yeah. And you also impress people on the stream, Emil, with, the femcells. That's the first time. No, and that's the first time I've heard it too.
Really?
So yeah, you guys are not alone on this. But yeah, I mean that's internet talk. But yeah, there's incels and there's femcells.
Femcells, yeah, man, they're both out there.
I know.
I think they both just need to get together. Like people have really bad standards.
Yes,
that's pushed on us by
society,
and movies and stuff like that. People think they're deserving of 10s when they're like a 2.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with admitting that you're a 2. Just go find another 2.
Right.
Just try to find some happiness.
That is the problem.
Or find somebody that likes it too.
Exactly. There's plenty of people out there like
that.
There's
a fetish for everything, like you guys are saying.
Rule 34, man.
That's true.
2s.
Yeah.
So
you call Rule 34? I'm gonna have to.
I feel like I'd be disappointed if I tried to bring my wife back through her text messages. It'd just be like grocery lists and pick up the kids and stuff.
Yeah. But it might feel comforting though. You're like, oh yes. Butter,
yeah, except for
milk.
she'd be sending me all kinds of places I don't need to be all the time. Cans and cans of like beans.
Right,
she keeps having me order the same stuff.
Your pantry's full of beans and stuff. You're like, I already bought them. Jeez, leave me alone.
It is funny.
I think next time I'm bringing some tape.
Yeah, I thought Mooch was going to attempt to, and I think he did attempt to try to fix it, but it just doesn't work like that. So they have to rethink how they're going to put it up.
Staples?
No, you can't staple into the wood. That's the problem.
You can.
I mean, that's really hard wood, I guess. I've tried. I mean, I've had the exact same issue with that framing around the window.
Well, I got some Gorilla tape. I might have some in the car. I'll bring that in.
That's glass behind it, right?
There is glass behind it. Just put it on the glass.
Just put it on.
I don't know if it would
wet down. Stick it. It's vinyl. Isn't that how that works?
I don't know. Am I an expert of
It's
this
in
stuff?
it's at an angle, but it's a work.
I think it needs to move over.
How do you? Let's go back to this conversation we were just having about twos recognizing there are two.
Sure, I got to bail right after this one though.
Okay. How do you approach a two to recognize the reality that they're gross and they need to bang other gross people?
I think, well, it's one thing. I feel like they need to kind of come to terms with them being a two. Like mirrors are good for this.
Yeah.
But I think also having people like, everybody's all against shaming, but shaming at the same time has kept people in check.
Yeah. So you're all for like shaming. Like we gotta step up our shaming. We are not shaming these people enough. There's some like tough love that needs to happen amongst a lot of these people.
You don't have to be a dick about it.
Right.
You don't have to be constantly hurting people's feelings, but just be like if you're friends with some people, bro, dude, but you're like a 3.
Yeah.
Okay. I need some brutal honesty then.
Uh-oh. Here it comes.
Shit, man.
Yeah, what's the question?
What's my number, bro?
Oh, what's your number? Let's ask the internet. We have streamers here.
Let's go, streamers.
What's Derek's number on a scale of 1 to 10? And you're
get that mug up there too. 4. There we go.
Yeah. It's a little dark, like the shadow here kind of makes you kind of look like you're in the Taliban, to be honest with you.
I do look like I'm in the Taliban.
Right. So what is Derek's number? And since look, we're on the internet here, you're streaming, so you could do this anonymously. I think Rick was being super nice.
Thank you, Rick. Yes. I'll take a 7.
That's cool, man.
That's a C, right?
Yeah, I would say that's a high C, man.
Yeah, that's high and C. It's kind of a lie, though. I wouldn't trust it.
Okay. Yeah, I am a 5 in the dark.
That's a 5 in the dark. Okay.
Constructive shaming.
You have to take the hat off.
Take the hat off.
Jennifer says you have to take the hat off. He does have a full head of hair.
No, I don't.
What, you're going bald?
Well, I do have. I take it off. I have a full head of hair, but I take it off.
Yeah, I know.
Because I don't want to pay somebody for a haircut because I'm that cheap.
Right,
I get that.
Does that raise my number?
But the point is, he's not going bald, so that might sway in them giving you a higher score.
Okay.
I am going bald, so that would take away from mine.
But there's a lot of people out there that like bald men, though. So whose 7 is a 5? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know. We're talking about general consensus.
Yeah.
The general consensus?
Yeah, general consensus.
The consensus?
Am I saying it wrong?
Consensus?
Yeah, see, that's what I'm doing, trying to sound smart.
It's an actual fact.
It's an actual fact.
Okay, I'm an idiot. Okay. we get that. So yeah, what is D?
So the average, let's see, 5.
So the average would be 6.
Okay.
Still pretty good.
That's not bad,
above
dude.
average.
Yeah.
I'm not hurt by that.
Yeah. Well, you're not ugly, so there you go.
I look better from the neck up.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you're kind of a burly dude, but you know what? There's a fetish for that too,
right?
Yeah.
If I were,
they call them fat fuckers.
Well, it was already somebody's slump buster today, so
yeah, exactly. All right, you ready for this?
I can scoot.
Oh, you got to scoot right now?
Yeah. What, you got something?
Well, yeah, we're on minute 20, but it's 7:43. What? How you doing on time? Got to cut out now?
Yeah, I should probably cut it. Well, how long is the next segment?
Only a couple minutes.
I can.
Okay.
I feel like I came in here and bit on your time.
No, you're good.
No.
In fact, I'm glad that you came in early so we could have done that animals.
Totally. Man.
Yeah.
That was fun.
I wouldn't have been able to do that game. All right.
Dude, I have weird lighting here.
What's up?
I said I do have some weird lighting on me here.
It's very dramatic, though.
Yeah.
Shadows and stuff.
Yeah, we'll have you switch seats.
So that's kind of neat. This guy called you a bear.
Oh, yeah. He's a bear, not a fat fucker. No, he's not. His wife's a fat fucker. And she's skinny, but she fucks a fat guy. So
you walk around looking like the number 10.
Yeah.
the Laurel and Hardy group.
Yeah.
Couple.
Yep.
Yeah, so 5 being average. So you're good. You're average. It's good. I'm not even asking about myself. I'm assuming the same. Even though I did have a 24-year-old guy, so I was a pretty attractive dude. He wasn't even hitting on me. I was just self-deprecating. He's like, no, man.
Okay.
You're a good-looking guy.
As long as you're like initiating it with like self-deprecation.
Always.
And he's not just coming up to you and being like, hey,
right. Yeah. I mean, I get that sometimes too. All right, here we go. Rock 102.1 KFMA, it's Beef Vegan Presents, and it is what it looks like. And I'm going to give you 2 examples of situations that are super awkward. People literally getting caught with their pants down and trying to say, it isn't what it looks like, but it is. I'll start off. I'm going to come out strong. You ready for this one? A 30-year-old guy in Canada named Ryan Dodd. I'm glad that they doxed him. We know his full name.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Canada Ryan Dodd.
Yeah, Ryan Dodd. Google that. Friend request that dude. But maybe you don't want to after I tell the rest of this story. He went on trial last week after he broke into a horse stable in Ottawa around 3 a.m. Nothing good comes out of a horse stable at 3 a.m. in Ottawa. He was caught with his pants down, standing next to a lubed up miniature horse.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
No.
This is a true story. I'll send you all the links. I got it from the Ottawa Citizen. This is a big deal because he went on trial for this. He was also fully engorged, so he was in the moment. So it's pretty obvious what was going on. And when the cops saw him, his first reaction was just to splurt out, "It's not what it looks like." Literally with his pants down.
What does it look like then?
Yeah. Okay, then what are you doing? What's the response?
Checking the horse's prostate.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to ask you guys again real quick. You're on the clock in 5 seconds. We'll start off with D. Cops catch you in this situation. What's the lie that you come up with? Go.
I was going for a nude ride.
Okay.
It's a good one.
Yeah, it is good. Emil, go.
Artificial insemination.
Oh, well, yeah, I don't understand the engorgement and everything. What's artificial about that?
It's for science.
Okay. So he was busted. He ended up going to jail. They didn't believe his story. So in that situation, it was what it looks like. Here's another scenario. This happened, I believe, in China. A hospital calls a fire crew to free patient's penis from metal ring. This happened. It's one of those things. It's a C ring, right? And the guy went too small or he was too large. I don't know whatever the scenario, they could not remove this thing. And they tried. They did WD-40, they got extra WD-40. They did the lube. They spit on it. They did all these different things to try to get this ring off the schlong. It just wouldn't happen. And a doctor went on to talk about it after they were able to successfully, basically pry this thing off of the guy. And he said that the problem is that the blood has gone to the penis and needs to drain back. If it gets too swollen, and that would prevent it from happening. And he's like, it will be incredibly painful and you would need to remove the ring as quickly as possible. And you could get a possibility of having like gangrene in the junk. Yeah. Oh, you know this? Yeah.
Experience.
The doctor went on to say that it is a strange thing to do with a metal ring. He went on to say rubber is more stretchable. That's what I use, and my wife loves it. That was clear.
Would that hurt if I took that off?
Huh?
Oh, it's a whole Bane thing. Would that hurt if I took that off his mask?
Oh, yeah. It would hurt you. Incredibly painful for you. What's up? It's always been my fear. That's why I don't mess around with those. Say goodbye to Emil, everybody. Emil's got to go do his day job. Thanks for popping in, especially on a Monday.
Yeah,
Emil.
man, no worries.
And you, well, actually, D won.
He did, man. That goldfish fucking
making a comeback over here.
Blew me away. That goldfish. That's amazing.
Very realistic.
I know. He just turned into a goldfish in front of my eyes.
I know. So I'm gonna rack you up here, and Emil, this was your first game, so yeah, you're 0-1 now. So you got some catching up to do.
I'll bring it back.
Yeah.
It's funny. He used to be the personality I listened to the most when I was delivering tires down here back in like.
Who, Emil?
2012.
Yeah.
10.
What was your shift though? What was your shift in 2012?
It was either 6 to 10 or middays. I think it was 6 to 10.
You were doing what?
I was doing test department.
6 to 10 on Sundays.
No, well, during the week, Monday through Friday was like the 6 to 10. But then I'd cover for people.
Oh, at night?
Yeah, 6 to 10.
Yeah.
I did the midday.
Yeah. You did. Yeah, I remember the midday. Yeah.
Take it, man. You got the good chair.
All right, man. All right, we're gonna hit the reset, and hold on, I'm just talking to stream. We're gonna hit the reset. We'll be right back here. Beef Vegan presents. Rawr. Yeah, next week, still Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah, sit there. It's better light.
Bust a different camera out then, or like what are we doing?
No, that camera's good. Just slide it over.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just left a bit earlier today.
That was perfect. I was gonna actually hit you up and ask you to do that, but then I was just like, I felt like you were gonna do that anyways.
Yeah. I'm off the whole week now.
Nice.
So because we're gonna celebrate 20 years on Wednesday.
Oh, that's huge.
22 years together yesterday.
Nice.
And she's like, today's the 25th. And I'm like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
There you go. Yeah. Even though you want to stare straight ahead anyways. Like that's one thing people gotta. Hold on. This segment brought to you by Farm Bureau. For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services has been here for you, and there's still a phone call or email away. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it. What are you saying? Oh. That's it. And I think actually Drum is on vacation this week. So I'm going to have you do the naked news at 9.
I'm doing it with my shirt off.
That's fine. I mean, yeah, let's get the viewers up, huh?
Well, it's going to go one of two ways.
Yes. All right. let me show you the why. Keep an eye on the stream here, D. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to the show. The reset is done. It's Beef Vegan Presents here on this Monday morning. I want to show you something that I'm basically saying. Sometimes you don't see the consequences your actions have. Okay. And this is a case in point. And so what you're going to see here is a wet floor sign. Okay.
Okay.
And then there's going to be a lady, right? Trips right into it. She's like, oh, son of a bitch, right? Now watch. She's just like, you know what? Screw that. Lazy doesn't put it back right there. So now fast forward a little bit. Now this guy's walking around.
Poor bastard.
Boom. Right
there.
now, she's gone. She's gone. And she don't see this. And this guy, because that wet floor sign wasn't there, slipped and fell on his ass. Oh, so he gets up.
He didn't spill his drink.
No, he's good.
Dude, that's mad skills. So mad props for him. And she sucks.
And then he puts the sign
back. And he's a
back.
good Samaritan.
Yep.
Be like that guy.
Right? So
he's my role model.
There you go. Sometimes you don't see the consequences of your actions.
Although it would have been hilarious to see the consequences of the actions there because it was hilarious. The guy fell like a cartoon. But he didn't spill his drink.
That's true. That's very true. All right. If you do it with your shirt off, Drum has to when she gets back. Rick, you're going to get me fired, dude.
Fair's fair.
Good morning, Big Daddy Tucson. On this Twitch stream. Thank you for streaming us on the Twitch. Are you still on Twitch? You still commenting on there?
Dude, it was the first one that popped up that told me you were live. So
yeah,
I jumped on that, threw it on my stereo on the way down. And then as I pulled in, that's when I started commenting on there.
Oh, good.
So
yeah, I was concerned.
I'm commenting on multiple platforms.
Right. I hold that thought. I got to do a tease. Rock 102.1, it's Beef Vegan Presents. I spent the entire weekend making an ass out of myself. So much so that I couldn't tell all my embarrassing stories in one segment. So I'm debuting a brand new segment next called My Cringe. I'm going to let you know what I said that offended my daughter's counselor so much to where she said it was the most offensive statement anyone's ever said to her. That's what I did. I'll tell you that story next. My Cringe. Clear.
Didn't know if you wanted third mic on that or not. Whoa.
Yeah. I didn't have you in the program, so I didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, but no worries.
Since I only need those when we're on the actual radio, because it's very difficult to hear you over the music.
I know. There's two things I got to talk to Scott about now. It's insane.
Well, that's some real tech wizardry because I have no idea.
No, it's not.
How you
actually
would do that.
It's programming this board, and for him, for me, it would take days. For him, it would take moments, and something he could do, possibly with his phone, but possibly not.
So it could be remotely programmed to fix it.
A lot of the things that need to be fixed can be done remotely. That's the way he set it up.
Offered him a bag of gold?
I did.
It looks delicious.
I know.
Although it's kind of cringy, speaking of cringy, that it's JFK's head on that.
No.
It would be more cringy if it was like the after.
No, yes, it would be more cringy.
I would not eat that chocolate coin.
I know.
Dude.
All right. So this next story, I'm going to tell the story. That's more audience role. So, you can bounce back and ask questions.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. But don't divert it. Don't divert the conversation.
I'm derailing.
Yeah, don't derail and take it another way, or even give advice. Like it's not an advice column, but you wouldn't in this situation because the only advice is don't say stupid shit.
Yeah,
right.
That seems fair.
Yeah. But I can't help myself. I say these things.
You do.
Yes. And I'll explain. I'm going to explain in great detail here. And that's why I'm calling it My Cringe. Do you have, I sent out that text and you said your response was everything you do is cringeworthy, which is hilarious. But do you recall a specific incident where you embarrassed yourself to the point where you made yourself cringe?
Dude, it's so bad and it's recent.
Good.
And I'm still kind of cringing every time I think about it. So
okay.
You want me to get into that now, or you want me to share?
I'm wondering. Yeah. I do kind of want to get a tease. Give me a gist without giving me the entire story. So give me a summary.
Have you ever been on the phone with somebody from work and accidentally said, "Oh yeah, I love you, bye"?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I did that, but it was way worse.
Okay. I like that. I like that tease too. Look at that. See, Derek with the tease. I'm like, oh, I'm intrigued. It was like that, but worse. Tell you more after the break.
I can still remember how to do this sometimes.
Yeah, no, you got it. You got it down, man. Your podcast is growing. The podcast that Derek produces it's a great concept too. It's called History's Greatest Idiots.
Yes.
What was this last podcast that you did? What was the subject matter on?
We had one. It drops every other Monday. Last Monday, I believe. God, I can't even remember. I know the one that's coming up next Monday is Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Okay,
and
that should be like shooting fish in a barrel.
It was a lazy effort on my part.
Okay,
but it doesn't make it any less ridiculous and funny.
Yeah.
He gets a lot more in depth on the historic stuff, and it's weird because we do it remotely, and he's in Wales, so like I'm getting some cultural education from it as well.
Well, yeah, and then he got educated in Wales, so and you got educated in America, so the difference is night and day, right? When you're talking to this guy,
yeah,
this guy's super smart, and it's like, oh man, we got screwed.
I'll tell you, the first episode he did an American president, and I learned stuff, and it was
who was the president?
Andrew Jackson. The dude on the 20.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a big deal. He's on, the 20. He's going to get replaced though, because
he should. He's absolutely nuts.
Right. So yeah. What were some of the facts that you heard or learned about Andrew Jackson that made you be like, yeah, let's get him off the 20?
He was in a ton of duels, like actually just murdering people in duels.
Well, he's a winner.
Yeah.
So we got that going for him. So he was that fast on the quick draw, huh?
And angry and violent, calling people into duels all the time.
Oh, it's like, so you can't even have the slightest disagreement with Andrew Jackson without getting shot. You're like, shit, man.
Right. Like if he had gone to a country and western bar and somebody came up to his girl
to try to dance with him,
he would have dueled him.
I know. Now you're making me feel bad I didn't duel.
Well, I don't feel bad because Andrew Jackson was nuts.
Okay,
but he also had a parrot that got kicked out of his funeral for cussing.
Oh yeah,
so
cussing,
he taught his parrot a ton of profanities, and it would not shut up during the funeral, so they had to remove it.
Wow,
which is dope because now I want a parrot.
Yeah,
I also want a monkey.
All right,
if I could get a parrot to ride on my monkey's shoulder, that would be ideal. See, I don't know if we're still engaging on the
100%. Yeah,
if you're going
comment along and everything else.
Okay, well, you got to give me a heads up when we're going to go to the actual air.
We're going to the actual air in 2.5.
Okay, because I don't know if I'm supposed to continue talking while you're working.
Yeah, what up, Paul Parson? Gangsters for Jesus in the house. J-Dub. No,
J-Dub.
Well, I was thinking like a cool gangster name for Jesus, but J-Dub, I guess, ain't good.
What's the dub?
No, I know that's the problem.
Okay,
so it doesn't fit.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Jesus Christ.
El Jesus. No, that's El Jefe doesn't translate.
Ask
like
the streamers. Okay, what's a good gangster name for Jesus? Because we got gangsters for Jesus in the house. So, Little Jesus, Lil.
I feel
Little
like
Jesus.
What kind of gangster is for Jesus though? Like what kind of gangster is it though?
Just a gangster for Jesus. I wouldn't overthink that part of it. I'm trying to think of a cool gangster name for Jesus.
Oh, To El Jefe.
El Jefe, the boss. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know why I went Spanish with my.
Manny said,
name.
well, you know, that's nothing wrong with that. Manny said El Cristo.
Big JC. Yeah.
Big JC. Okay.
Sounds like a wrestler name.
Kinda. In fact, actually, if we weren't going to do the animal sound off, I was going to do wrestler or reefer in Last Geek Standing for those tickets for Cypress Hill, which I'll probably do at some point this week. I wrote them out and I'm excited about it. This wrestler or reefer. And it's not like Stone Cold Steve Austin. It's actually a lot harder than it sounds.
Okay.
Yeah, because
it sounds like fun.
Oh yeah, super fun. Of course it is.
I would have no idea. That's funny too, because my podcast co-host is a writer for a wrestling magazine. Actually, he's the one that introduced me to that Dark Side of the Ring.
Oh, it's such a great show.
And we did History's Greatest Idiots on Herb Abrams, who just was it 25 years since he died.
Yeah,
covered in baby oil and chasing hookers around a hotel.
Yeah. Nice. I don't know what JG is, but if you're saying Jesus Gangster, but that's not a great name. But yeah, they're an anti-drug and gang crew that go around ministering to other gangsters. Awesome. We'll keep up that good work.
That is
Lord's
dope.
work. All right. Let's get ready for my cringe. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. It is Monday morning, meaning I had a full weekend of making an ass of myself. So much so, I decided to label and name this segment My Cringe. Derek and I, or D-Rock, are going to share cringe stories. I'll start off.
Okay. Yeah, you've been teasing this, and I really want to hear what you did.
It's bad, man.
Okay.
So here's the deal, right? Like, my daughter has a counselor. You know, this last year, it's been tough for a lot of kids going through pandemic and transitions and stuff like that. My daughter has, mom issues and things like that. So she's been struggling with her mental health and, depression and things like that. So we got her seeking some outpatient counseling, and it's really been helping. But she'll still have her moments, her days, her ups and downs, and and I feel that pain. It happens a lot. So last week, she spent most of the week kind of in her room, just staying in her bed, being completely unmotivated, and just being sad, overall sad. And when I get in situations where we're dealing with something as serious as mental health and depression, like, my self-defense mechanism is to make jokes to try to defuse a serious situation.
I feel that. Yeah.
But sometimes jokes aren't appropriate.
Yes.
So I go to bring her to her weekly counseling session, and I meet with her counselor in the lobby.
All right.
And so when I met with her counselor in the lobby right before I hand her off and everything, I filled her in what was going on this week. I was like, okay, so this week, she's been really down and depressed, kind of, crying for no reason and staying in bed pretty much all day and staying in her room for like the past 3 days.
Oh no.
It's like,
okay.
So you got about an hour to fix this and I'll be back at 2. Right. So she laughed. She laughed, and it was a joke. It was making fun of a very serious situation, but trying to be, light about it. And obviously, I didn't mean that she really has to fix all these issues within an hour. That's an impossible feat. That's why it's a joke, right?
Right.
So she goes in to sit down with my daughter. The first thing out of her mouth is like, "That was the most offensive thing anyone's ever said to me."
Wow.
Oh, and when my daughter told me this when I picked her up, cringe, bro. Cringe. I felt like inside my gut, like I got kicked in the stomach, like, oh. And the problem is, I knew I shouldn't have said it. I thought of the joke. I made myself laugh, but then I also thought of the consequences, being like, maybe you shouldn't be making light of a situation like this. And maybe even if the joke is kind of funny, you shouldn't say it. So, like, there was reasonable mind.
Yeah. I mean, was she offended by the time limit you put on it, or that you narked your daughter out?
No, she wasn't. She wasn't offended that I knocked her out because of the conversation. She was offended that I would even say something like that. It was the general context of everything, right? So with My Cringe, 600 KFMA, that's 600-5362. Would you say, and I guess we'll go into Reddit territory here, am I the a-hole?
I don't know, man, because I feel like not a bad joke, and anybody with a reasonable sense of humor would feel like you're not actually believing that counseling can be done in an hour.
In normal situations, but this is a serious, when it comes to the counseling that she needs to do with my daughter, that's something I take very seriously, something she takes very seriously. And, so I understand her point of view on it. And I value, her assistance and her help. But I mean,
well, much love to all the counselors and everything, but I don't know. I think humor is needed for healing sometimes. And
she laughed at first, but it was a nervous laughter. I didn't realize that. She's like, oh my God, what did he just say? This is why she's here. She's here because of him.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about that aspect. That's super cringy.
No,
it's all your fault.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Todd Marley says you could say a good joke and still be the a-hole.
Yeah.
I get it.
Generally, if it's a good joke, you are the a-hole.
Right.
That's how you know it was good.
So that's My Cringe, but we're not done yet. That's only part one because Derek, he's a cringeworthy guy as well.
Oh, yeah.
And when we return, we're going to play Disturbed Down with the Sickness, and we're going to share Derek's My Cringe story. That's coming up next on Beef Vegan Presents Rock 102.1 KFMA. So I'll do a quick split. So 3 minutes, 20 seconds. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate you having my back on this. And yes, I would agree. I thought it was pretty light. And I wasn't attacking or blaming or, and I just hope I wasn't setting an unrealistic standard or something like, you have to fix these problems in 1 hour like that. That was the joke. I mean, that's an impossible thing. It takes, everyone takes years of therapy to get better. But it's been rough, man. It's been rough.
I mean, I take into consideration that the counselors hear a lot of sad stuff. And I mean, dude, if I was a counselor, I'd have to be in counseling myself.
Right.
I mean, I should probably be in counseling now as it is.
They probably are. I think most of psychologists.
I do think the stream here is saying thicker skin. I think that would be a thing that you would need to be an effective counselor. And I do think that humor heals. So.
Well, she didn't come out like acting offended towards me or like upset. She did come out, start making fun of my Kia Soul. So that was her revenge.
Okay.
And I took it, like shambling. Yeah. Well, I defended the Kia Soul a little bit, as I tend to do from time to time because I love my soul. But, she basically showed me that she makes more money than me because then she showed me her car.
Oh,
and
yeah?
I'm like, yeah. Well,
you showed her yours? She showed you hers?
Pretty much. She got a Fiat.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's nice in the Kia Soul.
Yeah, I suppose. Kia Soul, that's the one with the hamsters, right?
That's what people keep saying, man. And that was so long ago.
Yeah.
Let it go.
But
yes,
to be
that's
fair,
what it is. It's the hamster car.
Do you ever feel the need to get out and dance?
Every single morning. But I'm just jamming. It's not because of the car. It's because, maybe partly because of the car, because it's such a smooth ride.
Right.
And then my stereo system's so nice. And it's just custom. But, it's nice. And I'm just rocking out. So, yeah, I'd dance.
More dad jokes here. Do you think you would ever sell your soul for anything?
Nah. No, I'm going to give my soul to my daughter when she's 16, once I pay it off.
That sounds cringy.
I know. Give her my soul. So, Eva said, every time I see a soul, I see the hamster commercials in my head. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, that was effective marketing right there.
Well, I tried to explain to my daughter's counselor that, like, hey, I was single before I bought the soul. And then now I'm in a long-term relationship now that I own a soul. So you can't say that's 100% the reason why I got a girl that fall in love with me, but you can't deny that it didn't help because, again, she wasn't in my life before the soul. And then I get the soul, and all of a sudden I'm in like the healthiest, the most loving relationship I've ever been in.
Your soul saved you instead of you saved your soul.
My soul maybe possibly helped me get a soulmate.
Oh, there you go.
So I'm saying.
A lot of soul talk.
Yeah. And I gave her the soul pole last
Oh,
night. Yeah.
I tried to, never mind.
Okay.
I tried to get a little morning action before I took off, and I was unsuccessful.
Oh.
But
here we go. Rock 102.1 KFMA. It's Beef Vegan Presents, and we're sharing cringe stories this morning as I got my good buddy D-Rock in here, and he likes to do the one-up when it comes to embarrassing yourselves. He's like, oh, I know that you like to embarrass yourself, but I do this on a regular. Step aside, Junior. Let me show you how it's done. So what is your cringe story that you share with us this morning?
Okay, so since the pandemic, I haven't been doing a lot of like vocal talking to people. What I have been doing has been on the phone to family.
Yes.
So I've gotten accustomed to ending my conversations with, okay, I love you. Bye.
Right.
A couple of weeks ago, I had a Teams meeting, that Microsoft Teams, with a supervisor, a female supervisor from another department. And when we ended the call, I said, okay, love you. Bye. That's not the creepy part.
Okay.
It was a video call. And she had the most uncomfortable, awkward look on her face.
Oh, no.
And I panicked and gave a creepy smile.
Yeah.
And then bailed out.
Oh, no.
She hasn't answered a Teams message from me since then. Every time she just comes back through the email and CCs my boss.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man. So you made it inappropriate to the point where they need to have like a buffer there to make sure you're not basically sexually harassing her.
Can you accidentally sexually harass somebody? Because it may have happened.
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
It was not even sexual, though. It was like maybe she's a sister.
Right. And no, well, that doesn't make it better. Yeah, you're just
you can love your sister.
Yeah.
Not like that.
Now you're making it super weird. But no, I almost sexually harassed or accidentally sexually harassed Drum the other day on the stream, and I didn't mean to. I had to shut myself down real quick because it was part of conversation. But I'm like, whoa. That
was a cringy moment.
Yeah, you recall that?
Yeah.
Right. So,
but to be fair, there's no way to justify. There's no way to uncringe that. I'm gonna cringe myself again.
There you go.
I'll stop.
If you have a cringe story, a moment when you embarrassed yourself, you care to share on the air, we're doing this My Cringe Mondays. So 600 KFMA at 600-5362. Give us a call. Share your story. If you got the guts, we'll see. If not, when we come back, the Cleveland Indians are no more. They got a new name, and they're thinking about mascots. There's a couple awesome ideas that are floating around there. I'm going to share those next on Beef Vegans Presents. Beef Vegans. Beef Vegans. Oh, we got a caller. Let's see.
Oh, can I hear him? I can't hear him here. Can I?
Yeah, you can. Rock 102.1. Who's this?
Hi, this is Nick.
Nick, you got a cringe?
Yeah, it's the exact same thing you described on the radio. I called my best friend, right? He's like a 32, 33-year-old heavy-set dude, bald, right? And I'm used to saying I love you to my kids and my wife. I have 5 daughters. So every time I get on the phone, I say, I love you, bye, when we get off the phone. Every single time, because I like to get used to my kids saying I love you, and they got to hear it, because you never know when the last time you're going to hear them is. So you say, I love you, bye.
Right.
And I was on the phone with my buddy Jared, and the last thing I said to him was, love you, bye, right? So immediately, 2 seconds later, I get 3 question marks.
Like, what are you trying to tell me, bro? Yeah.
Right? As soon as I got off the phone, I knew I had said it. And it was my wife was standing next to me when I said it too. And she gives me this one eyebrow raised look, right? And I was like, I didn't know what to say. Okay. And she knows that I say I love you every single time I get off the phone with her. So she knows, but it didn't matter.
Right.
Okay. And so I called my buddy back immediately, and I was like, dude, we are not that close. You know, and I tried to explain it to him, but like you said, you can't uncringe that. Once you said it, you can't pull it back. You can't stuff that back in your mouth.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, I mean, it might almost be worth just doubling down on it and be like, no, I just called you back to let you know I really love you. Even
Yeah,
more.
I love you, bro. Like a bro, I love you.
Yeah. You forgot to say man. At least you didn't say I love you, babe, or something like that.
Oh,
Right?
Yeah.
It could have got so much worse, but it was one of the most awkward situations I ever been in my life.
No, I love the story. Thank you so much for calling in and sharing. I'm going to answer the other line. You have a good one.
You too, man. Bye.
Rock 102.1. Who's this?
This is Mercy.
All right. Do you have a My Cringe story?
I have a cringe story that somebody said to me, not what I said to them.
Okay.
Hearsay cringe.
Yeah, explain. What we got?
So it was a guy that I had met on Bumble, and we were talking and things like that. And so I told him what my name was because it's a pretty name. I think it's pretty.
Mm-hmm.
So the full name is like Mercedes.
Mm-hmm.
And he listened to it, right? And he was like, "Oh my God, that is such a beautiful name." I was like, "Thank you." And he's like, "So do you speak Spanish? Because it'd be such a shame to let a beautiful name like that go to waste."
Okay. That's
Right.
yeah.
Wait, do you speak Spanish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I was just like, what?
You can't make it sound beautiful in English? I mean, what's that's weird.
I wouldn't be able to make it sound beautiful with my mouth hole.
No, I would butcher it all day long, but yes. Yeah, I don't get that game. Did you end up going on a date with this guy?
No, I stopped talking to him because I was just like, dude, that was A, super cringy, and B, super douchey. So I was like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah. You know what? That's a good call. I don't think you're missing out on anything.
I don't think so either. So figured I'd like share that little fun tidbit today.
I love it. Thank you for sharing your cringe story with us. And good call again on not going on a date with that dude because you're not missing out on anything. I guarantee it.
Oh, hell yeah, definitely not missing out. But nice to hear you on the radio waves on 102.1 Beef.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's good to be back.
Thank you. Yes, bless. All right, have a great day, guys.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Sweet. Boo, 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 boo. Even though I was just like, well, I don't know if that was that much of a cringe. We were both kind of like, huh?
So he said your name wrong? That is kind of cringy. I mean,
it's kind of racist. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to catch up on the feed here. Sexual harassment and nagging HR somewhere in the lines. I don't even know if I want to scroll back to figure out what's going on.
Oh shit.
She asked for it.
She asked for it.
That's a line you cannot say.
Nope. Are you taking a sexual harassment quiz right now?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm reading the comments.
Oh, good. Well, comment along.
Wait, you can't say no to sex after you've had it, can you?
Can I what?
Can you say no to sex after you've had it?
I don't understand. Hold on. You just cracked yourself up.
I don't know why I said it.
I like how I'm like.
Not missing out.
I love it. Thank you for sharing your cringe story with us. Good call again. I'm not going on a date with that dude because you're not missing out on anything. I guarantee it.
I feel like
What?
Did you put that on the podcast right there, that call?
Oh yeah, no, we heard on it, but I'm actually gonna play it on the air.
Now we heard it twice.
No, you're gonna hear it 3 times. Sorry, guys.
That's a charm.
Yeah.
Why did I get like radio puke voice? Oops.
Yeah, you're going back to the good old days, going super pukey. Derek used to
2.1.
Yeah, Derek used to have that fake radio voice.
Oh yeah.
When we first started doing things. A lot of people always assume too that when you're on the radio, you do a radio voice. So, the people call like I've like run into bank tellers that listen to the show. Like, oh, I didn't realize that that's your real voice. Like I'm just trying to sound like this. Like, hey guys, look at me. I sound like a radio, and then I'm really like, hello.
They think you're Bobcat Goldthwait.
Yeah,
dude. I ran into a radio personality that I worked with at the Edge. I was standing behind her in line, and she thought I recognized her because of her voice.
Robin Nash?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I work with you.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know. Robin's a trip. It's funny. Like, speaking of cringe, I got a cringe story for Robin Nash. Now, Robin Nash is kind of like this legendary broadcaster up in the Phoenix area. She was on The Edge, the alternative station. So she was super cool. Been around. She's still on the air up there. And so when I met her the first time, I was meeting her with the GM of the radio station she was working for, because I was going to get a job there part-time. And so she comes out. They just do the Friday morning meeting or whatever. And I just came from my show. And so she comes out, and Mark was like, hey, have you met Robin before? And I'm like, oh, no, it's nice to finally meet you, Robin. It's good to see you. I'm like, so did you just wake up, or, you know, because she was like in her pajamas. And she's like, and then she just, instead of saying anything, she just closed her mouth and turned around and walked away.
Yep.
Yeah. And that was... And Mark, the guy who's hiring me, was like, that was fucking awesome. You are dope. Like, you don't say that to a woman. Like, oh, I didn't know. I mean, she got bags in her. Oh, no, making it worse. I just kept making it worse. I did not mean to. I honestly liked and respected Robin, and I wasn't trying to nag her, to bang her. I was honestly, I'm curious by nature. And she looked like she rolled out of bed and came into this meeting, and I could not shut my mouth up about it. So hold that thought. Rock 102.1. Who's this?
Hi, this is Nick.
Nick, you got a cringe?
Yeah, it's the exact same thing you described on the radio. I called my best friend, right? He's like a 32, 33-year-old heavy-set dude, bald, right? And I'm used to saying I love you to my kids and my wife. I have 5 daughters. So every time I get on the phone, I say, I love you, bye, when we get off the phone. Every single time, because I like to get used to my kids saying I love you, and they got to hear it, because you never know when the last time you're going to hear them is. So you say, I love you, bye.
Right.
And I was on the phone with my buddy Jared, and the last thing I said to him was, love you, bye. Right? So immediately, 2 seconds later, I get 3 question marks.
Like, what are you trying to tell me, bro? Yeah.
Right? As soon as I got off the phone, I knew I had said it. And it was my wife was standing next to me when I said it too. And she gives me this one eyebrow raised look, right? And I was like, I didn't know what to say. Okay. And she knows that I say I love you every single time I get off the phone with her. So she knows, but it didn't matter.
Right.
Okay. And so I called my buddy back immediately, and I was like, dude, we are not that close. You know, and I tried to explain it to him, but like you said, you can't uncringe that. Once you said it, you can't pull it back. You can't stuff that back in your mouth.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. That was good. I just want to play that little part.
Quiet out there.
It didn't matter. I mean, your mic wasn't in program, so they just heard that.
I don't want to do anything just in case you miss a button. I miss buttons all the time.
I don't. I'm pretty good at my button pushing. In fact, actually, Powers is just giving me a compliment on Friday because he was watching the Maniac at work. Well, especially when when there's 3 people in the studio. Or shit, man, I had, what was it, on Thursday? It was like 4 because Lance stuck around, even though he was off mic. And then he's like talking off mic, which is incredibly frustrating for me. Like I'm trying to organize this chaos and then keep it timed and moving forward. You know, there's all this stuff, right? I look at this job as like the point guard, right?
Right.
But while I'm doing it, like I'm adjusting the levels on the board for the audio parts, right? I'm looking at the video stream, trying to make sure the camera angles are good, and I'm sharing comments. I'm also looking at my clock to make sure we're moving ahead on time and not getting behind time because we got to run commercials at a certain time.
There's a lot of moving pieces.
Yeah, and boom, 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 and then I have to type in stuff and just like all over the place.
Over there doing actual DJ stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I might as well be mix mag, just like going chicka chicka chicka.
Get some turntables to switch mics, make it a little easier.
Oh yeah, Oh, that would be nice. I would like that. And this is all in this cluster F area too, because it's still too small, and my setup is still kind of small. So I don't know. But I'm having fun with it. That's the point. But yeah, Powers was taking note and very complimentary. He's just like, man,
I've seen people struggle with single mic doing it themselves, trying to get through a talk break. And so you're doing a good job, man. You really are.
Yeah. I'm a pro. Years of training.
I always forget to turn the pots up on the music and randomly have dead air.
I
did
try
that
not to do that. The one problem that I have with the stream is that I can't play any of the music on there without getting flagged. So I can't like play the ramps that we're coming in and out of. So Rick said Howard Stern could get away talking perverted to his female guests all the time and never got nailed for it.
It was like the 90s though.
Right. It's 2021. It's a different era. And with I can still talk dirty with Drum. Drum's a freak.
Yeah, but you're not going to have anybody on a Sibian or anything like that.
Right. I can't do that, unfortunately. I would. Totally would. Come on. Who are you talking to?
Yeah,
that's still fun.
If a dude tells you that he wouldn't try,
right,
he's lying.
What, try the Sibian?
No.
Oh, okay.
Jesus. No, I mean, like, if you're hosting a show, that one comedian says it best. Once you've seen one woman naked, you want to see the rest of them.
Yeah. Oh, we should do hot chicks in a little bit, which we will. I'll hit the reset.
We're gonna do hot chicks in a little bit?
Again, on the stream. Yeah. So, you've been married a long time. All right, here we go. Rock 102.1 KFMA. This idea I'm all about. I came across basically the Twitter thread. It was trending over the weekend because the Cleveland Indians have now officially changed their name, right? So they changed their name from the Cleveland Indians to the Cleveland Guardians,
which is pretty dope.
It is. In fact, actually, phonetically speaking, it's a lot of like letters are the same.
Indian, Guardian.
Yeah. Syllable wise and everything. So, and I think obviously that had to come into play as far as when they were thinking about what would be a good name to transition. That wouldn't be too much of like a knee jerk or something that's like outside of the brand. Because the Indians are over 100 years old.
Yes.
Or the Cleveland baseball team, I should say.
Yeah, at least they didn't do that.
Right.
We're the Cleveland baseball team till we figure something else out. Because, we just don't have ideas.
Yeah, so they waited to change their name until they had a different name. So much unlike the Washington Football Club or whatever you want to call it. So that makes sense, and we like it. A lot of people like it. Of course, you got some old schoolers or whatever that want to be offended about anything, and,
right?
But the reason why they changed it is because people have been asking, indigenous people have been asking for long enough. Way past long enough to change the damn name, and people found it offensive and the logo and everything, and times change and we evolve, and here we are. So now we're the Cleveland Guardians, right? So that's cool. It doesn't matter, and it fits. Everything works. They're now talking about we need a mascot. Now the Cleveland Indians mascot was iconic.
Yes. Racist, but iconic.
Yes, exactly. Racist, but iconic. So they still have to try to be iconic without being racist. How do you do that moving forward? Well, you're a Guardian, so what would be the obvious choice?
I immediately go to comic book stuff, and I want Groot.
Bingo. And that's what people want. They want Groot. They want Groot or Rocket Raccoon.
Yes.
So one of those two.
Both.
Yeah, the Guardians. It is plural.
There you go.
But I don't know. That'd be a little cluttered. But they would have to talk with Marvel and then, license that. So I think, there might be issues there when you're talking money, because now, especially if it's like Baby Groot, Groot is a big cash cow for Disney.
Yes.
And Marvel. And then the Baby Groot, they're going to do the what ifs. And they're also the next Guardian movies, I think is going to show more Baby Groot, even though they kind of move forward a little bit in the storyline.
I think it's a huge marketing opportunity, collaboration sort of situation, though. I think it could be a win-win.
I think, possibly.
Or it could just be like trying to make baseball cool again.
Right.
Not that I don't like baseball. I love baseball.
Yeah, good save.
Not the Cleveland baseball, though.
So Groot or Rocket, instant survey, 600 KFMA. I want to know a percentage. When I do these instant surveys, I'll take like 3, maybe 4 calls. I get a percentage of how many of the Rock 102.1 listeners actually agree or disagree on this. So we're basically saying Groot or Rocket. Which one would you feel like be the better logo for the Cleveland Guardians? Now, I know Cleveland's not necessarily our team. All right. Go beyond the pride of whoever your team may be. And for the sake of Major League Baseball as a whole, which mascot should the Guardians take? 600 KFMA will reveal the survey results next on Beef Vegan Presents. I slowed it down like I was having a stroke. I'm like,
it was dramatic.
Thank you.
For dramatic effect.
That's what it was. 100%. 100%. But maybe there's a lot of people being like, you know what? Fuck Cleveland. I don't. Okay, never mind. Rock 102.1. Are you going to say Rocket Raccoon or Groot? Which one do you choose?
Rocket all day long. He's spicy, funky. You never know what he'll do.
It's true.
It's facts.
I do. I mean, raccoons just look cool in general, too. So there's a lot of different ways you can make Rocket Raccoon look even cooler in a baseball uniform.
And I would love to just call them the Cleveland Trash Pandas.
Oh, yes. That would be nice, too.
That too.
Yeah, I love it. Thank you so much.
Bye.
I still got one call. So 100% of you think that's how that survey goes. That's what I do. I just break down the percentage on there. What if it was Rocket Raccoon with Groot as the bat? Because Groot is a stick, basically.
I feel like you're turning it into a horror movie now. Because you'd have to throw him on a lathe and trim him down. And he'd be naked Groot then, too, because he wouldn't have the bark.
No, you can still grab him in the bark. He doesn't have to be naked.
Okay, well, I guess I'm getting too literal with it.
Yeah.
I still think Groot would be just cooler with that logo.
I thought you were all about Rocket.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh no, man. I'm Groot all the way. I am Groot.
You're Team Groot?
Yeah.
Okay, so then I guess we're at 50%. See, you just messed up our percentages here.
Oh.
Let's see.
I think I was gonna be different.
Oh, wait a minute.
Rocket Raccoon or Groot? Which one do you choose?
Rocket all day long.
You know what? 23 seconds. Hail to the king.
Wish I could pull off a backwards hat. I'm gonna try it.
Are we playing Crazy Bitch every single day, or hold that thought?
There.
Sorry.
Can't even get it straight.
Hold that thought. Rock 102.1. Are you going to pick Rocket or Groot to be the new mascot for the Cleveland Guardians?
Rocket all day long. He's spicy, funky. You never know what he'll do.
It's true.
It's facts.
I do. I mean, raccoons just look cool in general, too. So there's a lot of different ways you can make Rocket Raccoon look even cooler in a baseball uniform.
And I would love to just call them the Cleveland Trash Pandas.
Oh, yes. That would be nice, too. Clear. There you go.
I feel like I got a gurgle in my throat.
Oh, get that gurgle out.
Need to get another one of my canned waters.
Let's see.
Yeah,
people on let's see, do we have to give Disney more money? Yes, actually, it's a policy. Disney wants all the money. My mom, actually, I have the Disney Plus account, and they share the account with me, and then they wanted to buy Black Widow. They wanted to do it on my card, and I was like, no, I'm going out, and that's $30. Like, no. So they didn't. She ended up putting it on her card, and I was like, I heard it sucks. Like, I'm not even gonna watch it,
Right.
And I've already tried to watch it a couple times, but honestly, I haven't watched it from beginning to end. I just kind of put it in the background, and I lose interest in the movie. I still don't know what the hell's going on with Black Widow, and there's really nothing on the line because it's outside of the timeline. You know what I mean? Like,
it's like a prequel sort of situation, kind of. Because
it's a prequel situation, and you already know everything that kind of happens, and it's in this weird timeline where it's like a gap in between stuff. It's kind of stupid.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of over comic book movies.
Well, you say that until you watch Loki, and you'll say that before you watch Suicide Squad. Well, because James Gunn, man, like I am all about James Gunn. I think he'll know. James Gunn was saying, yeah, no, superhero movies right now are redundant. They're not good. But that's the attitude and angle that he's coming at while he's writing the Guardians of the Galaxy and Suicide Guns. Like, I think the Guardians of the Galaxy movie will be nice.
Yeah, I'd like them.
They're fantastic. That's my Star Wars.
I get confused though, because I don't know DC, I don't know Marvel. I like the gritty adult humor ones like Deadpool and Guardians of the Galaxy, and then like Batman, Dark Knight stuff.
Right. So. Yeah, Christopher Nolan's trilogy is a great realistic superhero film, and he set the bar on that.
Superhero film.
Yes. It is in a way. He grounded it to make it look like, how can this actually happen in this world today?
And it could too. If they weren't trying to go to space, rich people could totally be Batman. And I think if you've got the opportunity, you've got the choice between go to space or be Batman, it's always be Batman.
Well, it's in this situation, it's go to space and be Lex Luthor at the same time. So, or Dr. Evil. And that's what Bezos is doing.
That's true. He does look a little bit like Lex Luthor.
Yes.
You mentioned that before too.
Oh yeah. I always call him Lex Luthor, but we'll see what he ends up doing in the long run. It's still too early to tell whether or not he'll be a super villain or some super, not hero, but
I bet you he just super fades away eventually. Unless he super blows up in some sort of spectacular penis ship orgasm on the way to space. Is he going back up ever?
Yes, lots of times.
He's gonna go in and out of space.
Yeah.
In and out of space.
Mm-hmm.
In and out of space.
I get what you're doing.
Get what you're doing.
Yeah.
Stop it.
What did Anthony said? I'm with Todd. What did you say about giving Disney money? Guardians of the Galaxy is the only hope for any new comic movies being even okay. Possibly, yes. But the Thor Love and Thunder, I don't know. I think that might be good.
Thor's pretty dope.
Yeah, and that's because I don't know how to say his name, but he directed the last Thor too.
See, I just feel like they really made Thor more approachable and relatable when they made him fat.
They saved him. Well, no, I was actually offended by that.
Really?
Yeah,
because I felt like I could be a superhero at that point. It gave me hope.
He was at rock bottom, and they all made fun of him and looked down on him because he was fat. I remember seeing that in the movie theater, and when people were laughing at Fat Thor, I had a Karen moment. I was upset. I was getting angry because of that. And yeah.
See, I had a caring moment where I was like, oh, look, it's Fat Thor. No, I don't know. I guess since I'm still rocking the dad bod a little harder than you, it gave me hope, and you were like resentful of it.
Yeah,
past trauma, PTSD.
Yeah, I started losing weight after that. I was like, no, they're laughing at Thor. They're not laughing with Thor. There's a big difference.
Laugh at me, laugh with me. I'll take whatever the laughs I can get.
I know, but still,
I'm a clown.
So yeah, let's see. They're all over the timeline now. Now they are, yeah. See, it'll be interesting to see what they do moving forward with this multiverse, but I'm excited about it.
I'd have to know what the timelines actually were to be able to point it out. And I think that's why I dislike the comic book movies so much. Is my daughter is super into comic book stuff, and she gets into such great detail with backstories, and I'm like, can't I just watch the explosions and action and people kicking butt?
Yeah,
we're just on the stream. I could say people kicking ass on. I could probably say that on the radio.
Yeah. Todd said if you laughed at Fat Thor, then you didn't understand what was happening there at all.
Well, I am Fat Thor. I am. He is my spirit animal.
He was super depressed. He was rock bottom. He given up on life. I mean, so the actual storyline of it is bad. He was a full-blown raging alcoholic. Nothing about Fat Thor. I mean, and they were laughing at him.
I feel bad about myself right now.
Well, I'm just saying.
You can live happy in that sort of state.
He wasn't, though. So you're missing that. No, he wasn't. He was miserable. That was the point.
Yeah. fine.
So you idolize that, and like that's the wrong kind of idol. You're missing. And I said, I was offended.
You're missing the message that you can hit that rock bottom, still be okay, and find your way back. You're still a superhero inside.
Okay.
That's the message I took.
Yeah. No, okay. You're right.
See, it's all about angles.
Uh-huh. All right. Well, there you have it.
Body shaming Thor.
Yeah. That's Derek's superhero name. I am body shaming Thor. What?
Nothing. I like all these posters behind me. I feel like I need to incorporate this in my house for my meetings at work. Just have a wall of concert posters behind me.
If you have Zoom meetings, you should have a nice background. Absolutely.
I have a sheet.
Okay.
Yeah. Dude, the worst thing I think about working from home and Zoom meetings is that we're both working from home.
Right.
And people like to schedule meetings at specific times. And it's super hard to have people sharing an office in 2 different meetings for 2 different companies doing different jobs. So
yeah, I bet that's.
I like to photobomb hers to make her that invisible background go away. Holy crap!
Look at this. This is a dust storm.
No,
in a soccer game. Oh, I thought that was a
somebody?
guy. No, that was just a shirt. I was like, that's strong. The dust storm came in like the Tasmanian devil.
Dude,
we've all seen these, right? And they look like little twisters. I mean, that one looks like a straight tornado. Well, that is a tornado.
Yeah, I was gonna say that is the biggest dust devil I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
I could sit here and watch this forever. I don't know why this is so. Oh my! It's gonna pick up that little leaguer.
It'd be great, yeah, if like you bunted into that, and
right?
The ball just spins up into the air,
took off. Would that be cheating?
No, you're utilizing, the environment. But yeah, that's a huge one.
I'm always scared when I see those going in between Tucson and Phoenix. There's tons of them that come all across I-10 all the time.
Yeah, you see them in the same area every time you pass it.
I'm like always scared of it because I have driven through it and it like pulled me all over the place. And I had a tumbleweed stuck in my windshield wipers for like 4 miles because of one of those. And you would think, yeah, pull over and take it off. But I just kept trying to make the windshield wipers knock it off.
Right. 5 seconds. I know that's the lazy way to do it. That's funny. Rock 102.1 and Metallica on KFMA. It's Beef Vegan Presents. Welcome back to the show. Derek, have you been following along the Olympics? What's been going on in the Olympics?
I watched a little of the women's sand volleyball.
Okay.
And some of the men's, whatever that parallel bars are.
I saw, we just talked about last week. You probably saw the clip when I said, I disagree, but I understand, talking about the Norwegian handball team.
The shorts.
Yes. Yeah. So this was the first time I heard about handball. And then I watched handball on TV on Friday night and saw it. And I'm like, oh, this game's actually kind of badass. It's crazy because handball is basically on a basketball court, right?
Okay.
They use a hockey net. And it's almost like soccer rules, but you can't use your feet, right?
Okay.
And so they have defenders, and then there's this red area around the goalie that you can't put your feet on. It's basically like lava, right? And so you're throwing it from at least a distance of like 10 feet from the goal to try to get into the goal. And this is the first time, again, I only heard about handball this week or last week with the Norwegian team, and now I'm watching it in the Olympics. I'm like, this is a sport. So I looked it up as far as what handball is and what it's all about and what are the rules. And they're like, it's a new sport, so a lot of people don't understand it. It came out in 1908. I'm like,
it's a new sport.
Yeah, dude, it's 115 years old, and you're calling it a new sport. It's still catching on.
Yeah.
Give it another 100 years. We'll all be all about handball.
21, 25, it's going to be the new hot thing.
Yeah.
Now, I thought from the story with that there was sand involved, and you're saying it's on like a basketball court?
They have two different kinds.
Okay.
So there's beach handball, and then there's like indoor handball. So we were watching the Olympic version of indoor handball, and I don't think the USA did good, but it looks like a cool sport to play. Speaking of the Norwegian team, this was a team who, they were beach handball, and beach handball in the league for the women, they made the women basically wear thongs, show off their ass, and sexualize them. Well, the women had enough, and they're like, hey, we're playing handball here. This isn't like the Victoria's Secret fashion show, runway show, or I need to be showing off. It's not Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition. This is a sport, and we're athletes. So they wore biker shorts, and now the league is finding them. Well, Pink, the pop singer Pink,
yes,
she stepped up, and she said she's going to pay the fines every single day that they fine her. She will pay those fines as more and more people step up to defend the women's right not to be sexualized when they're competing in sports. And I get that.
Yeah, that's a whole different angle that you shouldn't have to worry about where you're training. Like, do I have cellulite that people are going to? Yeah, no.
Yeah, exactly.
Messed up.
They got to do squats as part of their training, and it has nothing to do with the sport itself, just showing off that ass. And their asses look great. Not as good as volleyball butts, but yeah, still. I mean, now I'm a fan of handball. It's like this year's curling for me. Like, curling was a big deal in the Winter Olympics. It came out like, for me, it hit my radar maybe like 8 years ago, where like all of a sudden it's like, curling is awesome. Wow. How come I never saw this? And anyone could be an Olympic athlete to be on the curl team. So yeah, and it became very popular. I wouldn't be surprised if handball became the new curling.
It could be. Very well.
It's a new sport though. So give it another 100 years. Everyone will be talking about it. Let me do a quick recap of how the medals are racking up right now, because, with the Tokyo Olympics happening, we're all trying to compete, and it looked like the USA is like S in the bed.
Yeah.
Deuce in the bed. I mean, they're losing in basketball. Like, the basketball team lost to France.
Yeah, that's
ridiculous and
not good.
Unheard of. Yeah. But the USA is still doing pretty good. They're actually second overall in the medal counts. So China is in the first place with 6 gold, 1 silver, and 4 bronze.
Okay.
The US actually has 10 medals altogether. 4 gold, 2 silver, 4 bronze. So they have 1 extra silver, 2 shy of the gold. Russia, those big cheaters, they have 7. They're used to second place. So they have 4 silver, 2 bronze, 1 gold. And technically, Russia is banned for state sponsoring doping. So Russian athletes have to compete under the name ROC, or the Russian Olympic Committee, but they're still competing. It's very weird.
That's strange.
Japan, of course, they're hosting the Olympics. They got 5 gold, so they're the second place as far as gold medals are concerned, and 1 silver.
All right.
And then South Korea, they don't do second place. They only do first and thirds. They have 2 gold and 3 bronze. But, basically what I'm saying is the USA is doing okay in the Olympics, but do people even care about the Olympics at this point?
I honestly hadn't been paying enough attention.
Right.
I did hear that the first shooting competition, the Americans did not medal in, which I thought was weird.
Oh, no, we did. We got gold.
Well, yes. Later on, the initial 10-meter rifle.
Yeah, so shooting was a gold for William Shainer's in men's air rifle. So they got air rifle as a competition. We didn't get any medals for skateboarding, which is a bummer.
That's ridiculous.
That is.
There's no way.
I know.
Who got the skateboarding?
Well, skateboarding, I don't know who was first or second. The bronze medal went to Jagger Eaton. So that was the highest that we ranked in skateboarding. So we didn't get first or second. We did okay in swimming and fencing. We got a gold for Lee Kiefer in women's foil. So that's good. And an 18-year-old won gold in Taekwondo. And I can't even pronounce this girl's name, but she won in the featherweight division. So we're getting there. We're getting there.
I didn't know skateboarding and Taekwondo were in the Olympics.
I know. It's everything. The table tennis and thumb wrestling, that's all coming up. So it's going to be an exciting year of Olympic competition this season. Yeah. So we got more Beef Vegan Presents coming up next. Don't go anywhere. Clear.
Straight up lost my place
Why?
on where you were, and I tried to wing it not so goodly.
No, you're fine.
My morning prep on the Olympics said that we lost on shooting in the initial event. But then there's been like a ton of events since then, so I should have not done my prep on a Saturday.
You're fine. I'm going to send you the naked news. All right, we're going to hit the reset. We got to get ready for naked news, and I have tickets to give away for the Sugar Skulls game, so we'll do that as well. We'll play the 5-second rule.
Word.
Yeah. So I have that. I have to load up those audio files. So I got to take you guys backstage so you don't see me doing mundane BS work, but stick around, comment amongst yourselves, and we're going to be right back. Yeah. Yeah, give me fuel, give me fire, give me that what you desire. Ooh.
They're gonna take that down now.
Take what down? Oh yeah, they're gonna copyright it. That's funny. Stupid Lars. You want all the money, don't you, Lars? You son bitch. Mm-hmm. Yeah, him in Disney. Oh. I'm gonna email it to you. I'm gonna email it to you. hungover yesterday, so I didn't really prep that hard. Testing out my 5-second rule thing. Boop. And then this is a minute to win it.
The game begins in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I want to create anxiety. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
All right, we're back here on the stream, getting ready for the 5-second rule. As you're commenting amongst yourselves, what do you got? I could do another pop quiz. Pop quiz, hot shots. Let me get my. Got my Macho News. Oh, I do like this beat here. Oh yeah.
You're gonna start rapping on it?
No, I'm not gonna start rapping. Not right now.
Is it weird that I don't know what bars are? Everybody says you can drop some bars.
Those are counts. So 4 bars is usually like a bridge. 16 bars is a verse.
Okay.
All right.
Now I recognize verse.
Yeah. So verse
I'm a
like
horrible
16
songwriter.
bars. No, it's just hip hop stuff. All right, here we go. Pop quiz, hot shots. About how many languages are written from left to right? You're gonna have to Google this. Derek, do you know this off the top of your head?
From left to right.
Yeah. Like
7.
English, you say 7. Okay.
All but 2.
Okay. What are the 2? Mandarin.
Yeah, and I think in Japanese up and down.
Oh, yeah. I think Japanese might be up and down. But, I mean, you're wrong with 7. That's not the answer. Oh, Jennifer said 7 as well. But you're both wrong.
If we get enough of us that are wrong, make it right.
Nah. All right. David said 30 or 50. Both are incorrect on this pop quiz. How many languages are written from left to right? And do books open up the opposite way?
That would be weird.
Manny says 4. Too low. 7 and 4 are both too low. 50 is way too high.
I don't even know how many languages there are, bro.
Yeah, that's a good question too. 10. Too low.
Close. I go. Actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What is it?
Huh?
Go ahead and say it. You Googled it.
12.
That's right.
12
is the correct answer. 12 languages are written from left to right. Does it list them?
I didn't click. I did the typical thing. I just read the headline.
All right, we'll click on it. So
yes.
Yeah.
We got
English?
Arabic.
Oh, Arabic. Okay.
Aramaic.
Okay.
Azeri. Whatever that is.
Totally.
Dive high. I think. Divi high. It's Divehi. Dive high.
Okay. Dive high is good enough for me.
Fula. They're making up languages, dude.
No, these are just languages you don't speak.
Hebrew.
Yep.
Kurdish.
Okay.
Technical knockout or NKO. No, that's
TKO, dude. All right, we're moving forward. Next quiz. Next question. Pop quiz, hot shot. Iceland diverted their roads in order to avoid disturbing communities of what? Do you know this off the top of your head? You think you have a guess?
I do have a guess.
Okay, what's your guess?
Fairies.
Fairies. Super close. Not unicorns. You said unicorns?
I just found out that unicorns are in the Bible.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, they must have existed. And then they just went extinct because we found them. We thought their horns are magical, probably gave us magical boner powers. Back in the
Facts.
day,
Yep.
it was just like you have some unicorn horn to get that boner. It was before Viagra, so we had to kill all the unicorns to get
Now
our
we're doing it
boners.
with sharks.
How many species, do we have to eradicate just to have stronger penises?
7.
No. Again, that's too low.
It's too low.
Yeah. Not deer.
Now I feel like I need to look it up again.
No, I mean you're technically right, Derek. And
phase, I'm gonna throw something at you.
no. Elves.
Elves.
Yes.
Yeah.
Elves.
You don't want to piss off elves, man.
You do not.
Dude.
You do not.
I hear they're mean. I learned a lot about them trying to watch American Gods. So.
Mm-hmm.
No, wait, it was the Leprechaun.
Right. All right. One last pop quiz. Hot shots. This one, I was I consider this a fun fact, knowing this.
All right.
Excuse me. You're gonna have to Google this. There's no way that unless you're a psychopath, you know this off the top of your head. About how many pounds of skin does the average person lose in a given year? How many pounds of skin do we lose in a year?
I'm gonna say 14.
You're gonna say 14 pounds. Way low.
44.
Again, I'm just not gonna let you just ramble off numbers and stuff. You won't get there. So you might have to search it up. And I'm asking everybody else. Rick says 50. That's not true. 35 is too low. 50 is too low.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
If you think that's a lot, just wait till you hear the answer. It's mind blowing.
Okay, so I typed in how many pounds, and it pulled down of meat in a person.
Ooh.
What the hell is wrong with Google?
Oh no, it's not Google. It's society. Cannibal stuff is happening.
Okay, so you're talking about what we shed, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you get an answer?
Yes.
Is it disturbing?
It's a whole person worth of pounds.
It's more than that.
It's ridiculous.
Uh-huh.
That's a lot of weight. I wish that I could lose that much weight. I still need to lose about that much.
Oh, so what was your answer? What'd you get? Because I feel like we have two different answers with how you're saying it.
I got 105 pounds.
Yeah, that's not what I got.
Uh-oh.
105 pounds does sound more realistic, though, because what I got, 628 pounds of skin.
Wow. Yeah, I would disappear and come back again and disappear if I lost 600.
Yeah. So I don't
thankfully.
know if that's realistic, though. 600, because you came up with 100 through Google search.
Yeah, I'm showing 1.5 pounds of skin per year, 105 pounds by the age of 70. But that's like shedding. I don't.
Yeah, man. They says how many pounds of skin does the average person lose in a given year?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Wow. And just think, that's all in your bed sheets right now.
No, not mine. My girlfriend washes those sheets religiously. Before that, though, I mean, I probably have a couple human beings, and I never washed my sheets. I was just grody. So
I didn't know you were supposed to replace your mattresses as often as you do.
Oh no, yeah, you totally.
We had our bed since 1999.
Oh, AFC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's NFC and AFC.
NFC and AFC.
Yeah, talking about football stuff.
Oh.
Talking about football stuff.
600,000 particles per year.
Got minute
You got a
25.
lot of DNA on your mattress.
Mm-hmm. And then he had to add, and I'm not talking skin. Like, yeah, no shit, dude. I get the joke.
Felt where you were going.
Yeah. And he's just going to type out that spooge. Spooge is what I'm talking about. That's
I do that. I gotta like make sure that my joke gets through because I don't know if I relate to people sometimes.
Bro.
And then was that a cringe moment right there
No.
for him?
No. Eric said, Jennifer, your new photo. He loves it. Looking sexy.
I'm digging that gray in his beard. I kind of want that going myself.
It'll get there.
Yeah. I'm trying.
No, just stretch
Stressing
yourself out. Yeah. You have gray growing in your hair? Yeah, you got gray in your head. So yeah, it's coming for your beard.
Part of the shave.
Yeah. It's coming for your beard. You got the black hair.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'm surprised you didn't go gray sooner. It seemed like my friends who had black hair and stuff were going gray at like 25.
Yeah, my beard's holding out. The side of my head's kind of like I look like the dude from Sopranos a little bit.
Nice. Yeah, Paulie?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good look. All right, we're on 5 seconds. Rockwood 2.1, welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents, and I have a pair of tickets to give away right now for you if you want to go see the Tucson Sugar Skulls, and you should, because that's some fun action that's happening at the TCC this Saturday. They're playing the Northern Arizona Wranglers, right? So this is like an Arizona Bowl of sorts. It's arena football at its finest. It's happening July 31st at the TCC, and if you give me a call right now, 600 KFMA, to play a little game, you may be able to win these tickets for free. You and a friend. So that's 600-5362. Let's go to the phones. See what we got here. Rock 1 2 point. No, that was quick. All right, that's all right, though.
They're scared of your games, man.
They should be. But I'm bringing back a game that you know and love. It's called the 5-second rule. Very simple. I'm going to ask you a question. You're going to have to give me 3 answers within 5 seconds. If you do that, you're going to win these tickets. Carla, what's your name? Rock 1 2.1. Who's this?
Mark.
Mark. All right. Have you won tickets already today?
No, I haven't.
Okay. All right. You want to win those Sugar Skull tickets, do you?
Most definitely.
All right. Well, then here we go. I'm going to play the 5-second rule with you. I'm going to give you a category. You're going to have to give me 3 answers within 5 seconds. Okay. If you could do that, you're going to win these tickets. If you don't, you do not. Make sense?
Okay.
All right. Here we go.
Yep.
Here. All right. When I'm setting the clock. All right. Okay. Here we go. Clock will begin after I ask this question. Name 3 states. Right. Name 3 states that end with the letter A as an apple. Go.
Alabama, California, Florida.
Oh, he got it. He got it.
Nice.
Just in the nick of time. Excellent job, dude. Mark, you made that game look easy. You almost stumbled on Florida. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, excellent job yet again. Thanks for making my game look so silly and stupid.
And he did it without saying the home state.
Yeah. All right. Just here for bonus points. Since we're talking football. And you're not going to get anything extra from it, but you won't lose these tickets either. But I do want to ask you one more question to see if you can get it 3 answers correct within the 5 seconds. And it's very simple if you're a football fan. It seems like you are. Okay. All right. Name 3 teams in the AFC. Go.
I don't follow football, actually.
Okay, well, I could have got you with that one then. But you know your states.
Yeah, you got me on all 3.
Yeah, no, but you know your states, so that's good. Good enough to win those tickets to see the Sugar Skulls. Again, that game is going down this Saturday, the 31st at the TCC. It's an awesome time. You're like literally right there, practically on the field as these guys are taking each other's heads off. I got a little phlegmy. Yeah, it's fantastic. So stay on hold for me. I'll get all your info, okay?
Okay.
All right, and congratulations. For the rest of you, we got Naked News coming up here in just a few minutes. So keep it right here to Rock 102.1. It's Beef Vegan Presents. Woo! All right. So I'm going to have to put you guys backstage while I get Mark's info. I'll be right back. So don't go anywhere.
Dude, I can't even tell when we're on the air and when we're on the show.
Well, we're on the stream right now. I just turned this back on.
Oh, man. I was going to go take my shirt off and put some of these golden chocolate coins over my nips.
Okay, you could do that.
Do we have any tape?
Huh?
I can't make them stick to me. I'm not magnetic.
If you lick them and then stick them, should be fine. Did you really want to get naked for the naked news?
No.
Okay. Stop teasing these people.
I'll do it. If enough people tell me to do it, I'll do it.
That's
challenge accepted. Oh man, I lost all of my comments.
Oh yeah, did it? Did it drop?
No. That's me trying to get out of it. Talking a big game.
Well, no, lucky for you, nobody wants to see you with the shirt off.
Dude, no. It's not something that gets a lot of requests.
Right. And that's fine.
Oh. I'll put these down since I don't need to listen to any more commercials than I already do. Very nice commercials, though.
Yes.
They're soothing.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm kind of gullible, so I fall for stuff. I buy everything I hear about.
Right.
Like this. And I did Huel, too. And anything else they tell me to buy.
All right, you want to see today's sore loser? Streamers, you want to see today's sore loser? This week's sore loser, which should have been last week's, but, you know, I had issues with interweb. This happened in a casino. Oh, man. The casinos, like, the best stories you're going to get are going to be from people that work in casinos. It's absolutely nuts. And I know this because I've been doing the casino entertainment business for so long. I've met so many different dealers that's worked in Vegas and Laughlin over the years. So you're talking about people who are literally like afraid to leave their seats because they don't want to miss their runs and soiling themselves straight up, like people dying in the middle of a game and everyone around them still playing over a dead body. Just like move aside, take the dead person's spot, like no empathy whatsoever when money's on the line. It's nuts.
That's intense.
Yes. So this guy was not doing so well on the slot machine. That's an understatement. Check this out.
Oh, I felt like doing that. Oh, is he going to climb it? Oh my.
He's like, why not? I just paid for these machines.
Right. Well, at what point does somebody like say, hey, can you please not do that?
I know nobody said anything.
No, they just filmed him.
You know what? You're that pissed, you just stay out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm serious. I wouldn't get
I've been that mad at some of them. I mean, I know how they work, though, so super gullible or nothing. But I feel like they should at least give me something.
Yes.
There's plenty of times where it's like, dude, $200, 10 minutes, bye.
Right.
It's like, I didn't even win that little 15-cent pop on the penny machine.
No, there's been plenty of times I walked out where like, well, I just paid for this door. Right? Screw them. Yeah. Angry. Yeah, you can't even take them to Chuck E. Cheese, David, because then they'll start freaking out on the skee ball machines.
Dude, it's not enough tickets.
Exactly. Absolutely not. So yeah, they get nutty.
Dude, I just invented a new game.
Yeah, what's that?
Dodge skee ball.
Dodge skee ball.
Yeah. It's intense.
Terrible.
It's an extreme sport.
It's no handball. I'll tell you that much right now. I have another video that I will share with you on TV audio.
TV on the radio.
Some guys, thanks. Right? We're going back to Inside Edition on this one. Inside Edition's giving all the good content this morning.
Isn't that where that one guy came from?
Yeah, Bill O'Reilly.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Suddenly a car rams right through the wall and nearly kills you. Well, we're willing to bet your reaction would be nothing like this guy who seems to have nerves of steel.
This gentleman is at his dining table. Then the unexpected happens. A car slams right into the house. It's a shocking moment for sure.
Good Lord.
The eye-popping video is going viral for the way 61-year-old Jay Bloom reacts, or should we say, how he doesn't react. Call him Joe Cool. You're so casual. It looks like nothing happened in the world.
What are you talking about? The car actually hit him. So I was thinking when I initially saw the headline on this, like, okay, like the car crashes in front of him. He's playing piano and he doesn't even miss a beat. He just keeps playing the piano. No, the car ran into his backside and then he was so wrecked that he just kind of he tried to get up and he just sat back down because he's in pain. All right, let's hear what they have to say about him being Joe Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. What
I've got
you're looking at
questions
me
over here.
Okay, well, save your questions for after
I
this.
will. I'll save them for after class.
Maybe this will answer your questions. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, shut up. Shut up. Yeah, I'm just cool. Don't mind me. Just, jamming out. All right, what are your questions?
I changed it to one question and one comment.
Okay.
Why in the hell does he have a video camera running in his living room while he's sitting at a table?
Great question. That's a great question. Yes.
Number 2, he wasn't cool. He was just trying to not actually let. Are we on the stream or radio?
Yeah, we're on the stream.
He shit his pants and he didn't want it to show, so he got up slow.
Yes.
That's what happened.
Absolutely.
Because that's what I would have done.
Yeah. You get hit that hard. He got hit hard.
I'd have been crying too a little.
Well, you couldn't see that. Let's see.
Yeah.
What do you mean that's how I live life, dude? The video is reminding people of this famous incident from 2019 when a patron.
This was actually cool.
Ooh.
This is different. Have you seen this video, Derek?
No.
Okay, so let me set this up.
Okay.
Some dive bars you go, there's people that are not going to give a single F.
Yes.
Right. So this guy goes in to attempt to rob one of these bars, and he does so successfully. Now, this guy's sitting at the bar right here, smoking a cigarette. Doesn't care. He had a long day. He's got a shitty life. His wife's been cheating on him. It doesn't matter. This guy pointing a gun in his face, like, do me the favor, buddy.
Yeah,
and that's his attitude. And this is what happens.
Acted cool as a cucumber as an armed robber held up everyone at the bar. You removed maybe 5.
Now, the guy, they say cool again. The media, goddamn media, lying to you, exaggerating. So he wasn't that cool as a cucumber. Like when he grabbed his cigarettes, his hand was shaking.
Oh yeah,
he put it in his mouth like this, and then it goes like. It
was a shaky flame.
But he's like, hey, if I'm gonna get killed, let me get one last cigarette in here. I thought these things are gonna kill me,
right?
Yeah,
doesn't matter now.
Doesn't matter now. I could do 2 at once. And he was chilling, and but the guy did come up to him to try to get his money off him, and he said no.
Dude, give me your money at this point, because I'm at a bar at like 9 a.m. and you're not phasing me. Do you think I have any money, dude?
Yeah. All right, yeah, you say the video volume is too low. Okay. Well, again, we're working on that. Sorry, Jen and Eric. I'll blast it next time.
That dude at the bar is like a Quentin Tarantino character, bro.
Kinda. I bet you he was thinking about Quentin Tarantino. All right, TV reporter busted for faking muddy rescue attempt.
Oh, I love these.
Let's find out. Oh, well, there's no reason for that. Okay. Oh, busted for trying to smear mud on their face.
Oh, geez.
Here, watch this from the beginning. German TV reporter has been caught.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
I missed it.
After allegedly being busted smearing mud on her face and clothes, it appears as if she helped. Yeah, I mean, that's shady, I guess.
It's a little shady. It's not as bad as that person that was like on their knees in the puddle.
Yeah. That's true. All right, you ready for the naked news?
Sure thing.
Rock 102.1 KFMA. It's about 9:30 here on 102.1. Let's do some naked news.
Breaking news from Main Street to your street.
I think you just blew this thing wide open. God, I love the local news. Every summer, they tell me how to beat the heat, and every summer it works.
So, what are we doing? Are we just jumping right into this? Or...
All right, D-Rock, what do you got for us today in the naked news?
I do have some breaking news because this just in, Captain America was not a virgin.
Oh, what? This is surprising news to many people out there, so slow it down for him. Why are they saying Captain America? First off, why were they saying he was a virgin? Because I thought he was all into Peggy, and didn't he marry her and everything at the end of Endgame? Spoiler alert if you haven't seen it.
Okay, now you got me stumped because I guess after marriage, but you figure a goody two-shoes like that would be saving himself for marriage. He's a virgin until he hammers it down.
Right.
But the writers say that Captain America in the first movie...
when he was a nerd and then got the super serum and turned into Captain America.
They're saying he wasn't a prude. He's not a choir boy.
Okay.
He's a World War II veteran. Come on, man.
All right. Yeah. And back then they were banging.
That makes sense.
Yeah. They were just like, hey, I don't know if I'm going to return. So that was the pickup line back then. Hey, I'm about to be shipped out and I don't know if I'll come home. So you got to give it up, lady.
Yeah. And STDs were running rampant when they returned too.
Oh, they were? Really?
Yeah,
That's a fact.
Oh,
huh?
yeah.
Okay,
It's
so
an actual fact.
Yeah, so they said Captain America on the flip side again was not a goody two shoes, and before he basically was frozen and came back in the future, he was back in the 1940s plowing a bunch of strange.
He was running through the Europeans in World War II.
Nice. Well, representing America to his finest. What are the details you got on that?
On that?
Yeah, on that particular story. Anything?
On that story, I got nothing else.
Okay,
but I do have some stuff on Kanye West.
Oh, Kanye West is in the news.
Yes, Kanye West. It seems like he's always in the news, but he's reportedly holed up at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, finishing up his new album.
Yeah, he did this album listening party, and this is when I knew trouble was on the way. Because, okay, so this was actually a big deal because not too many people can get away with this. He hosted an album listening party in a stadium. So thousands upon thousands of people, I think 40 or 50,000 people showed up just to listen to the album. Now, Kanye West was standing in the middle of that arena, just kind of like walking around and dancing around to his own album.
Okay.
Like listening to it, right? So little clips came out online of him returning with Jay-Z, things like that, and doing this. And that was the album listening party. But the fact that he had that album listening party, I'm like, uh-oh, he's not going to like something. And he's going to basically Chinese democracy this thing to where he's going to overthink it and he's going to keep working instead of just releasing an album. He's going to feel like I didn't get the energy I wanted from the crowd on this one. I need to change that. And so he's going to be working on this thing forever. Is that what's happening here?
Yeah, it was supposed to come out Friday, but after that listening party that he had on Thursday at the stadium, he decided it was not finished.
No,
not done yet.
What did he expect? Did everyone need to take off their shirts and throw it at him at some certain points? Like,
right.
How can you tell?
Shower me with flowers and stuffed animals, or I'm not putting it out.
Right.
Must not be good.
As far as I'm concerned, I haven't heard any reports of people booing during this listening party. So people seem to have walked away from this event feeling satisfied, not demanding refunds or nothing.
As satisfied as you can be from a Kanye West album.
Listening album.
Yeah, a listening party.
Yeah.
But the album is now set to come out all the way on August 6th.
Okay, so like 2 more weeks.
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet money that it gets pushed back again.
You think?
I'll bet money on it. I'll bet $5, gentleman's bet here.
Okay.
To you that we won't see that album in August.
Challenge accepted. I think that it may not be the 6th, but it'll be before the end of August.
No.
I don't know. I've
Okay.
got faith in the Kanye West.
All right. Yeah, no, I don't.
I
Luckily, I mean, he's mental. All right. What else you got for us in the naked news?
How old were you when you first felt like you were an adult?
Ugh. It happened like last year.
So you feel like an adult. You admit it.
Yeah. Now I'm like, I'm 40. So yeah, I'm an adult now. I've been paying bills and I feel responsible to a certain extent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I am among the 7% that say they still don't feel grown up.
Yeah, I blame Toys R Us. You're a Toys R Us kid, aren't you?
I am a Toys
You don't
R Us
want to
kid.
grow up.
It's 1 in 14 people that includes people in their 30s and 40s, and 1% of people over 55 that join me in the Toys R Us club that we don't want to grow up. We don't feel like kids.
Oh no.
Or we still feel like kids.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, that many people, huh?
Yeah, it's 1 in 14 still feel like they're a kid. And the most common age when we feel like we're an adult, though, is 18.
Oh, come on. That's because maybe you don't get busted for curfew, but there's still so many things you can't do. You can't legally drink. You can't legally smoke weed. You can't, you can vote,
Right.
but you can't get buzzed off that.
You don't so much feel like an adult at 18 as you feel like you know everything, I think.
Right. But you know everything as a teenager in general. I didn't feel like an adult at 18 and I went to adult jail. They charged me as an adult and I had to go do that at 18, but I still felt like a kid amongst a bunch of grown ass kids, to be honest with you, because they were all dumb as hell too. And I'm like, okay, I guess we don't have to grow up right at 18. I guess that happens slowly for everybody. But yeah, okay.
Maybe that's how you keep it young. You just hang around with people like yourself.
Possibly.
Young at heart. That's what I'm going to call it.
Yeah, possibly. I just wonder if this is an American thing. Like we're the ones that are refusing to grow up, but other countries are maturing faster and embracing responsibilities quicker. Not all of them. There's still like the UK is very much like the USA. Don't get it twisted. In Australia, it's probably the same thing. Wherever there's tons of white people, you have people acting the same, but some of these countries have got to be kind of like aging and maturing at a faster rate, like our grandparents did in the 50s.
Yeah. Well, and you look at like Spain and stuff, who takes like wine lunch breaks and naps and stuff. That's like beyond mature. All of a sudden, you're an old person taking naps in the afternoon. But 6% of people say they were over 30 before they officially felt like an adult.
Okay. I would say things that make me feel more like an adult, increasing my credit score.
Don't know what that's like.
Right. Yeah, you keep filing for Chapter 11. That's an adult thing to do.
I suppose.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
having an adult children made me feel sort of adulty.
There you go.
Going to parent-teacher conferences made me feel like a kid again.
Yes, true. Yeah.
So that's what I got, man.
All right, cool. Excellent job. That was the naked news. We'll wrap things up here in just a few minutes. I got music on the way from 5 Finger Death Punch, 9 Inch Nails, and more. So keep it right here to Rock 102.1. It's Beef Vegan Presents. Clear. Good job,
dude. Sorry.
About what?
I wandered off.
Don't apologize. You're going porn-tastic. You did great on the naked news. Drum could be taking notes. Mike says 56 is still don't feel like an adult.
Right? Yeah. Dude, saying that I'm going to have a 20-year-old.
I know.
Blows my mind.
Makes you feel old, but not an adult.
Well, I started having these realizations where I'm like, dude, this is what my dad felt like when I was an age. And, yeah.
Oh. No, I know. I know I'll feel old if I ever become a grandparent.
I don't think I'm ever going to become a grandparent.
No, you will. You talking about Brad will knock up a chick. First off, his name's Brad, so you know he's gonna slay it.
He's super focused on his career,
right? Well, hopefully he doesn't get sidetracked. But yeah, him being the stud baseball athlete too, like not like he's getting an opportunity already. Yeah, the kid's getting an opportunity.
He's broken up with a couple of them just because he's like, they're annoying and I don't have time for that crap. And I'm like, I feel you, dude. Just I gotta be supportive.
Yeah.
Although I am still kind of like, as a dad, root for your son, not at his age, but to finally
get some
American Pie it.
He probably has already.
Well, not American Pie it either. I guess that's horrible.
Yeah, you've been hoping you come home someday to find your son fucking a pie.
No, I painted a horrible verbal picture with it.
Yes, you did.
But at least it wasn't the one where they came in when he had the headphones on. Did you see that? It was an American Pie, but it was like the National Lampoon style.
No.
American Pie.
Nobody cares though. I don't.
Oh my God! It was the funniest opening sequence in any movie I've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
We've all had the moments where we're trying to get a moment in to rub one out, right?
Yeah.
And you got the house to yourself, but maybe you live close by or you've got neighbors, so you throw on some headphones so you get the full effect, feel the story,
Yeah.
Well, the kid was doing that, and his parents were off to pick up his grandma, and they came home early, but he had the headphones on.
Yes.
And so when he opened the door, he killed his grandma with a shot.
Oh.
Because the headphones came unplugged. There was orgasm-y sounds everywhere. Grandma opened the door and got killed with a money shot. And it was hilarious. Unless I'm just
got it.
Not
it was the Naked Mile.
Yeah,
You're talking about the Naked Mile.
Yeah.
So, hold on a second. Let's see it. See what D's talking about. Here we go. Oh,
whoa!
You gotta watch out for that. Up. Huh. You gotta get past the nudity part. Sorry about that. We're all adults here.
That's a moment when you feel like an adult too. When that stuff comes on and you're watching a movie with your kids, and the scene comes on and you're like, okay, I'm gonna be mature.
Yeah, it's true. I went to watch. I did watch the Woodstock '99 documentary on HBO. With my daughter. We did a little daddy-daughter date night, so we're chilling and we're watching that. And that was, I forgot that Woodstock '99 was like full-blown, it was broed out testosterone and Girls Gone Wild combined. And so many girls were walking around topless. And if the ones that weren't walking around topless were yelled at and almost forced to be topless, it was ridiculous.
Yeah. What a time.
What a it's there was a couple enlightening things that I discovered during that documentary. One, that was my generation. I was one of these bros, and so were you.
Right.
And two, that makes me kind of like chauvinistic garbage person. It like the rage for no reason kind of thing that we were experiencing in the late 90s, the angst and an ushering of this angry music with like the Limp Bizkit and Kid Rock and Korn. I mean, shit, all the stuff that we play on this station.
Chocolate Starfish.
Well, no, that album was garbage, but
hey,
it was.
Yeah.
You like that album?
I kind of like all Limp Bizkit in doses.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm a music lover though.
Someone argue against that for saying Chocolate Starfish as music, but
I just like the idea of like them referencing a butthole.
Okay. Well, that's
I'm
good.
immature, bro.
That's fantastic.
That's what that is.
Way to illustrate my point of our generation.
Okay. But the thing is you are at least recognizing it, and you can't do anything to go back and change what happened. And I think that's the important thing that we need to like grow as a society, though, is look back and just own the garbage humans that we were and try not to do it again.
Right. Well, honestly, it would be done again.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I did think, though, that I thought after Woodstock '99 that there was this like gap between music festivals because I forgot. But apparently, like 6 months later, the first Coachella happened. But what Coachella did was the opposite of Woodstock '99. They learned from the tragic mistake that was. First off, poor booking. 100%. I booked many concerts and parties in my day. The lineup and the atmosphere, they go hand in hand, right? It gives that energy out. What they did with Woodstock '99, which was different from Woodstock '94, it was night and day. They were basically just looked at the charts, like who's topping charts right now. Boom, boom, boom. Money grab, money grab, money grab. Put them on. But they didn't look at it musically.
That's a rap song right there, bro.
No, stay focused. All right. So they didn't look at it musically. So they had the energy all jacked up from the get go because they just grabbed, a bunch of bands instead of making it like one KFMA day, like
Right.
Metallica and Korn and everything. That'd be a sick ass lineup. They kind of sprinkled it throughout everything and nothing made sense.
Well, and they did amp it up. Like it got progressively more aggressive as the show went on, so.
What do you mean?
I mean, the music lineup got heavier and harder.
Yeah,
and more
aggressive,
angry.
not progressive. Yeah,
that's what I said, right? No,
you said progressive.
Well,
I thought I heard progressive, but you
see, I told you commercials get to me. Yeah, no, it got more and more aggressive. And they got more and more angry.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel for him though. I have booked some bad shows that didn't make sense. So I mean, try.
You don't get energy if no one's there. So no worries.
I could not ramp it up.
Uh-huh.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, so I kind of just derailed on my thought process. There was a point there somewhere.
So you watched the Woodstock 99 with your daughter and you had a moment where you're like, oh, look, there's a bunch of ladies with boobs and I'm a garbage human. Look, Veal Vegan at how your dad's generation behaved.
Too many words there, but yes, I mean, that was there. There was cringy moments where there was sex and nudity where it was just like, ooh, it's kind of weird watching it with her, but it was documentary style, so that part was fine. But back to Coachella. So Coachella did the opposite, right? So, Woodstock was a blatant money grab and charging $4 for a bottle of water and everything. So the first thing Coachella did was say, okay, free water. You get free water bottles, and they just did that. And then they, changed up pretty much everything and just did the opposite of whatever Woodstock did. They did their booking based off of, what made sense musically.
Okay.
And then stayed away from all the bands that were on TRL at the time. And it was a TRL. That Woodstock 99 was 100% the doing of MTV's Total Request Live.
Okay.
And it was resented by people that were there. Like they resented the fact that the MTV culture, infiltrated this what was once glorious idea. It never really was what the idea was. The music festival never really was what the mystique and the legend was. Because it was always kind of flawed from the very beginning, from the first one. The second one, 94.
That was great.
That was fantastic. Yes. That was the only one that really went off without a hitch. But out of the three of them, 69 was a shit show. People died and everything. And 99 was a shit show. People died and everything. So 94 was the only one that was good.
Maybe 99 was an accurate representation of what it should have been. If that's what the original was. Holding true to the original story.
Yeah, no one wants to repeat that, though.
No.
What's up?
Huh? I've got the talkies.
You got the talkies. What do you mean?
I wandered off. Derailed you. We wandered a whole different direction. We never even got to see the money shot on Grandma.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Well, because honestly, I don't think I could have showed that on the stream anyways.
Yeah. Well.
How many times I accidentally got to show boobs,
A bunch. There's nothing wrong with accidental boobs.
All right, we got about 55 seconds before we wrap things up here. Thank you guys for watching the stream. And then make sure when you get a chance to, if you haven't already reacted to it, drop a reaction. All your comments have been awesome. Appreciate that. You can share it if you want. That'd be cool too. This is the only way we're marketing the show. It's the only way they can afford. So I pay for the stream service, and then I do a stream every day, and we spread the word of mouth. Thanks, Big Daddy Tucson. Yeah, we got a great week lined up. Tomorrow morning, it's going to be Mari and Todd as the combination. And then Wednesday, we got Matt, and, we're loaded up. So got a bunch of fun and games to do. It's going to be good stuff. Rock 102.1, Five Finger Death Punch. That's our show on a Monday. We got a huge week. We're lined up to be giving away tickets for Cypress Hill all week long. We're going to play all different types of games. And, of course, the Beef Vegan Presents Competitive League. We're mix and matching different personalities all through the week to see if they can rack up W's in the league. Like today, D-Rock was able to beat Emil. Emil's first competition was today. So he's 0-1 in the league. And then with the win that you did today, Derek, 2-2. So congratulations. Now you're at 500. Yeah, which is good. You're bouncing back there. Tomorrow it's going to be Mari versus Todd. So it'll be interesting to see if Mari can continue her winning streak because I think she's 2-0. She don't mess around.
Killing it, yeah.
She is killing it. She demolished you in the hum off.
Oh, dude, I was practicing humming the whole way down here.
Thinking that you're going to do that. Yeah. And then I threw the curveball and like make animal sounds.
Yep. I goldfished though. So there.
Yeah. Bloop, bloop, bloop. All right. Well, before we head out the door, let me give you a beef tip. All right.
Do it.
With this story, I'm basically going to say you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. Fold it up and put it back in your pants. There's a guy in Japan who just made it into a medical journal after pleasuring himself so much, he actually gave himself a stroke.
Oh, goodness.
You could put the pun together yourself without me having to say it on the air. But yeah, he stroked out. So we don't know too much except the fact that he was 51 and extremely single.
Makes sense.
So single. You can't get more single than this dude. And he was in the habit of doing the deed several times a day, even at 51 years old.
That's some staying power.
This guy would not give up. He does not know the definition of quit. So his doctors also revealed that he's right-handed for some reason.
I wonder how they do that.
Because it's the only hand that he couldn't like completely put out his fingers and stretch out. It was in the permanent kung fu grip. Yeah. So after he was finishing up a self-love session last year, he suffered the serious stroke that almost killed him. And he showed up at a hospital with a severe headache and he couldn't stop puking. And they did surgery. He did make a full recovery and he went back to stroking almost immediately.
Oh, no.
All right. So the beef tip of today is know when to hold them, know when to fold it, put it away. All right. Thank you guys so much for listening. Don't forget to like us on social media. It's Beef Vegan or at Beef Vegan Presents. And of course, Rock 102.1 on the Facebook page is where we're streaming the show. And we're on YouTube as well. You can find all those links at KFMA.com. Thank you so much again. I'll thank you a million times for you guys listening because I do appreciate it. We got Riley coming up next. Don't forget Razors in the afternoon. And as always, drive safe, ride safe, and rock local.
When you wish upon a side of beef, soon will come an end to all your grief. But if you've been mean or kind of bad, I will knock out all your teeth.